if I do.
Are you ready? Covino and Rich. Are you ready?
Honestly, how do I deal with you every day?
Get ready.
You've heard all about it on the radio.
Get ready.
Yeah!
Holy mother nugget! And holy mother meatball!
I'm the smartest man alive! You're so ridiculous. What? You're such a fool. Get out of here.
Oh, I'm a disc jockey.
What's a disc jockey?
Here we go. Covino and Rich.
Let's go!
Warp, warp! Warp, warp! Hey,
What's up?
hey! What's going on? What up, what up?
Welcome to the show, Covino and Rich, on a Tuesday that feels like a Tuesday to me, but it feels like a Monday to a lot of other people.
Yeah, no, a lot of people had yesterday off. Martin Luther King Day. I'm sure you scrubbed your balls with your Martin Luther King.
I did, in honor and with pride. So, because I have a dream, and I hope your dream comes true too. I was all alone in a giant donut. The giant snake came up to me wearing a vest. It was a weird, stupid dream.
What does
but
it
anyway,
mean?
I don't know what it means. Anyway, what is your dream? Sports, entertainment, life. We're happy to be here. We're Covino and Rich, and we, like we always do, be rocking out. Let's go!
How does a snake wear a vest?
I was all alone in a giant donut, and a snake wearing a vest came up to me and said,
That's from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
But picture a snake in a vest.
Yeah, it looks like Lowly Worm. You know who Lowly Worm
Would it
is?
have empty armholes, or would it just be like clung to the snake? Like, what would a vest on a snake look like?
I asked Pee-wee Herman. Whoa. Or just pull up, I think Lowly Worm wore one. Busy Town, bro. Busy Town. Anyway, Rich is a Berenstain Bears kind of guy. I'm a Busy Town kind of guy. Spot? He's like a C-Spot run kind of guy. That's Spot. He's
Clifford the Big Red Dog type of guy.
Spot's back, everybody.
Hey, Spot.
Hey, live from his, from Joshua Tree, I guess. Where are you today? I don't know where you are.
Yeah, I'm in the desert.
He's in the desert, baby.
Not
So
a
welcome
horse
to
with
the
no
show.
name, because
There.
he's a Dutton.
Thank you. I'm Key. Thank you, Taco
Desert.
Ren, on a Taco Tuesday. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you guys for being here,
I
hanging
have-
out.
I have a drawing of a snake in a vest. It's
Do
not
you?
an actual snake with a vest, but it's a drawing of a snake with a vest.
Oh.
Hey, I guess that's what it would be, right?
You ever seen an alligator with a vest on?
Look, snake wearing a vest.
Oh, came to see me once. They were like, yeah, I'm an investigator. Hey-o.
Woo! Alligator with a
There
vest
it
on.
is.
Get it? Investigator?
There it is.
All right, well, anyway, thank you guys. Hell's Gators.
Hell's Gators.
Let's get into this. Hope you had a great Martin Luther King Day. Hope you enjoyed your day off. Back to the old grindstone. You got a short work week now, so make the most of it. Hope you enjoyed our show yesterday. We were live yesterday if you weren't here. So catch yesterday's show. I thought it was fantastic. Thought it was a fun show. And I hope you enjoyed your Monday night. I hope your night was better than the Cardinals' Monday night, because that was like a nightmare.
Well, we're going to talk about that, but
I had a dream. Martin Luther King had a dream. Kyler Murray had a nightmare.
my good God. We'll talk a little bit about that.
That was horrible.
But what you do yesterday? Anything on your day?
I went to Barnes and Noble.
Oh. How
Pick up.
It's not, I go there like often.
Really?
Once a month at least.
Tell
Because
us about your book adventures. I know
Yeah.
your daughter loves to go there, but what do you do
No, once a month.
while she's perusing? What do you do?
I'm like, chop, chop. Let's get on.
Oh, don't let her enjoy the bookstore. You're saying
Yeah.
let's move it along.
I'm like,
Okay.
let's get out of this boring place. That's what I do.
I always go to either the occult section or the self-help section.
Now, once a month, they assign a book report.
Gotcha.
So,
Isn't that what the library's for?
yeah, I heard that actually yesterday. Don't need to hear that again.
Who
But,
told you that?
but you know, because I'm always spending money on it. But for me, as a dad, it's something to do. You know what I mean? Like, as a dad with a preteen daughter, there's not a whole lot of bonding, to do. How many times could you go mini golfing?
Could you give me a Frank Stallone for a second and take me back?
You can go to the roller rink.
When
But all those places are German
No,
festive.
when we were kids,
Yeah.
and you did a book report, I'm trying to remember the different types. Like sometimes the whole class did the same book, and then other times it was like you picked out of a hat, or like you got to choose from a list of
No,
books.
my daughter has a tutor, so her tutor recommended one to get for the book report.
Oh, here.
So I had to get
Fancy
it.
version.
But for me, it's just like, yeah, sure. That's something to do. Let's go. You like Barnes & Noble? Let's go.
So wait, this wasn't a school thing. This was a tutor thing.
No. Tutor helps her with her schoolwork. So the tutor recommended.
No, but I'm
It's
I'm
a
sorry.
school project.
I'm missing the point. I'm asking. I forget. That's why I'm saying take me back.
Yeah.
Does the whole class like, hey, everyone do a book report on Lord of the Flies, or is it like, hey, here's a
No,
list
the
of
way-
20 books.
The way this
you pick
worked,
one.
I mean, I'm sure it's different in every curriculum.
What
but
school? What grade is she in?
Sixth. The way this works was pick a fictional war story or fictional Civil War story.
Oh, okay.
Fictional Civil War story or something like that. And you just got to find one, pick one, and do the book report.
Captain America: Civil War. That was a big one.
Yeah.
That's what I would have chosen.
So I heard. But yeah, it's not like for
when the
fun.
Avengers went after each other. That was a pretty big
I
Civil
don't
War.
think my kid's in the market of reading Civil War books for fun,
Whose side would you
even though
choose?
it's fictional. But went to Barnes & Noble and watched it rain. It rained yesterday and waited for the game to start. Really just did a whole lot of nothing.
Come on, let's go.
Went to Habit Burger, got a burger, drove around, was in traffic a lot. Not very exciting, to be honest.
I guess if you go to the library and get it for free instead of buying it, what is she going to put on her bookshelf? That's how people from a young age develop a collection.
I feel
Yeah,
like
she likes her books.
I feel like every book report I did was out of the library. You would just go either
Honestly,
the school,
Scott, you want to know the truth?
either the
Kind of nerdy. I don't think I ever stepped foot in my fucking school library.
either the school had a library or the town library. For me, was like around the corner.
Why, you don't know that you weren't familiar with the town librry?
You had a card. You go in.
Yeah, went to the town library. Of course I did. My mom used to take me all the time. I went to the town library, but
You think my mother was driving me to Barnes and Noble to spend money on books when they were there for free? We
Hey,
were
dude.
poor.
Yeah, but like I
When
said,
you're poor,
when you don't have a whole lot of bonding things to do, I mean, you can go to the library.
using white-
Sure.
you're
I don't
using
have a
white
library
bread for
membership,
everything.
To be honest, in Sherman Oaks, I don't. I have one in Woodland Hills. I have one in your town.
there's a library right by
had one.
Casa de Cadillac, right on Tyrone there.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
right
guys,
across from where the hobos
It's a
hang.
fucking $6 paperback book. I didn't
just
break
saying.
the bank.
No,
All
I'm
right?
saying.
Like everybody needs to shut the fuck up.
The library where Spot is talking about is across the street from like a slew of hobos.
I mean, there are
It's
a
like
lot
you
of
act like
hobos
the
there.
library's the fucking hot spot. It's really
My
not.
wife fucking doesn't buy books. She rents them from the library.
I know, but I'm saying where that library is sort of a shady library. Because I remember where you're going. Because Sarah used to want to like take Emmy to like a little kids book thing there, but that
I'm
is
not
like
the only guy. Barnes and Noble's in business for a reason because people buy books.
Not doing well.
yeah, Barnes and
But
Noble.
it's still around, dude.
Let's see. I had all the classics in Cliff Note form. I'm with you, Billy Davis.
Yeah.
But you got to a certain point.
I never
had
read
a-
books,
I had a
so-
stack of little yellow books.
If it's going to be encouraging for my kid, yeah, sure.
Have you
if she's not
considered-
bothering me and she wants to go to the bookstore, I'm cool with that.
If she's big into books, have you considered like a Kindle?
Again, that's a different way to read. I wonder if I would even want to read off a Kindle. But then again, you read on your phone all day.
She reads books, man. She reads them. She reads them all.
Have you? Because let me tell you, if you don't want stuff, and if she's reading a lot of books, you don't want a lot of books. So like getting a Kindle, so you download the book, it's there. Like they have the Kindles that almost appear like paper. You get her that, or you just put it on an iPad or something.
Did you?
Everybody has a fucking opinion. I'm
just-
cheap. Paperback, hardcover, too much? No, that's what they had, jerk off.
I think that's a
That's
joke.
what they had.
I think he's joking.
Well, I hope so. But that's what they had.
Is there a?
Here it is. Here's the book. Thanks. Bye.
Is there a real? I'm being serious here. I don't even know. Is there a real incentive to get a Kindle anymore, or does an iPad or a
have no
tablet
idea.
do everything a Kindle does?
No, he's never brought up the word Kindle, so I don't know.
Kindle, I think, is if you're a reader, it has a different look to it because the iPad is like a screen, like a phone screen. I think a Kindle has that softer, almost matte finish to it, which isn't as harsh on your eyes. So I think it's specific for books. But if you want an all-in-one, then no, it's not.
Yeah, because
Tony
I've got a Kindle.
Moriello, Tony Moriello, the only guy talking sense. I own all my books, and I agree with Bill Jackson. Owning greater than borrowing from the library.
No offense to Tony Moriello, but his backdrop on Zoom is all fake books.
Yeah, but the guy probably reads a lot, and Melody reads a
does.
lot, and she likes her books. And she was assigned a book report. They do one every month. And this month, I don't take
Love
her
that guy.
every
I
month,
love Tony
but this
Moriello.
month, she needed some stupid Civil War book. That was it.
Well, while you were
So-
looking at Civil War books,
I wasn't.
Oh,
I was looking at the clock. I
is she,
actually had a
uh,
little confrontation. I did. If you want to know that part of the story, I embarrassed
That's
Melody.
what I'm getting at. I'm
That's
curious.
what you were getting at? You were hoping for, like, some sort of conflict?
Figured, you know what? It took us 2 minutes to get there. It took you being defensive about books to realize that, of course, something happened.
Oh, I rented my book from the library.
Well, I knew there was something. Because your date, a day doesn't go by where at least you don't have some silly altercation with
I
someone.
embarrassed Melody
Of course you
because
did.
we went to the bookstore in Studio City, and there were 2 lines, right? And this loud woman decided to make like an example out of me to tell me I was in the wrong line. Meanwhile, there was like no fucking organization going on at all. And you could say, well, she was doing her job. No, she was really rude to me and told me, I said something like, well, is this the line to buy? I just have a question. And then she told me like to get on the other side of the line. So then I took my attitude out on the other guy. He's like, how you going today? Everything good? I'm like, no, I didn't come here to get yelled at by that woman over there. And she turned around. She gave me the look. I was like, yeah, I didn't come here for her attitude. I came here to get a stupid Civil War book that they didn't have and had to go another store. Man. So, but she used me as the you're in the wrong fucking place, mister.
You got told, much like I did at the club back in the day.
Back of the line.
Back of the line.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah,
Remember back of the line? Remember back of the line, Willie?
Yeah, she was really rude about it.
Back of the line.
So when I told the other guy, because the other guy's like, everything great today? How's it going? I was like, terrible, because that lady over there yelled at me for no reason. Melody is like, Dad, stop.
Back of the line, Willie.
Dad, stop. Back of the line. I'm like, well, Melody, you know what? I don't come here to get attitude from this fucking woman. And like Spot said, hey, bookstores are struggling, then be welcoming. Right? Be nice about it.
Right?
I feel that way about every store. I'm like, yo, with the world now and how everyone's struggling, Joe Namath style, I'm like, in my mind, you should be nicer than ever before. Like there's, people got options and shit's closing down everywhere. Like be nice. If you have a store that's open, be nice to people. And by the way, back of the line, Willie, an old story back in the day where I was at a bar. And I remember what I was doing. I was going to meet some friends to watch the World Cup of all things. Remember when people used to get together for the World Cup?
I mean, they still do.
Yeah, but it's not every, it's not every
COVID
year.
related. Yeah.
Remember the whole, I believe that. I believe that we can win. Yeah, ba, 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 ba. And all my buddies are there. I saw them at a table. We sort of had VIP at this type of club, a bar. It was where we went all the time, O'Donoghue's. And it was a new bouncer, and he didn't know me but we were the regulars there. It's like kicking out Norm from Cheers. He just didn't know our crew. So I was like, hey man, we're all there. We got the setup. Back of the line.
Back of the line.
Yeah, but sir, my friends are right. Back of the line. Did you not hear? Back of the line. Back of the line. So I got back of the line willied, and I had to do the whole thing where it's like, all right, let me call my friend who's inside. And then they kind of have to come out and get you. And you're like, I told you, Willie.
It's a little rude, just a little rude.
Back of the line.
She went Karen mode on you.
Yeah,
I had an embarrassing moment the other day. Not embarrassing, but I pride myself, much like I know Spot does as well, as being the fucking snappy person at a store. Like I do self-checkout. I'm like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Credit card, boom, gone. Anytime someone's like,
no coupons?
Returning.
Not very thrifty.
No, here's the thing.
Just go to the library.
I saw a woman.
You should.
I think I told the story on the show where I got behind a woman. I felt bad for her because it's like clearly, if you do this type of move, you need the money. But she brought like a bag of stuff with her and she was trying to return it. And like, ma'am, this is like expired 2 years ago. She's there you go. Okay. Yeah. Next one. She's like, ma'am, this is not our product. This is Vons carries this. Okay. What about this can of beans? And they're like, all right, bloop. Okay. 48 cents. Next thing, bloop. And I was like, oh man, I felt bad for her. And I was in a rush. So I was like, come on. But like a week later, Spot will tell you, you're not a Ralph's guy, right?
I'm a Ralph's guy. Ralph's, yeah. Trader Joe's, whatever's available.
Ralph's is way big lately. That's the big supermarket out here in LA.
Ralph's.
They're way big on their digital coupons.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really not the easiest app. And even the customer service people, the people there will be like, yeah, it's sort of a little glitchy. Like, sometimes an app like closes, you go to open it and immediately closes down. And it was something where it was worth it to me. It was like buy cereal. I was buying cereal for the kids. and it was like $1.99 a box.
By the buy cereal.
Or without the coupon, it was like $4. I was like, $4 or $1.99? I'm buying $3. That's $6. I'm fucking using the coupon. So I was the guy that was like, customer service at self-checkout. And I was like, oh, I hate myself right now. But what are you going to do?
I know what they're doing. But if it's a digital coupon on their own app, can't they just make it automatic? Like, I know they want you to download their app.
I agree.
By the way, why do you
100%.
feel bad asking someone to do their job to help you?
No, but I was like holding up the. I pride myself on being like bloop 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 next. Like I don't want to hassle anyone or be the hold-up guy.
I look at it like traffic. Like I'm not worried about the person behind me. You know what I mean? Like you'll get your turn. Chill the fuck out. I waited for the jerk off in front of me. I'm having an issue. Sorry about that. I didn't plan on that, but you'll get your turn.
But yeah, so
No one wants to feel rushed in that moment.
no, I hate that feeling. And you know what it is? It's when you're in a rush, and I try not to be in a rush. I always tell Emmy, I go, Emmy, what do you and Daddy not have that we need to work on?
Chill.
And she's like, patience. I go, yes, baby, patience. I need to work on patience, and you do too.
Do it. You're so good at it.
No.
Come on.
Like, oh.
So why'd you ask me what I did yesterday? Like you were looking for some sort of like drama?
Well, I knew it would come out. I just knew that something
What
must
do you
have.
mean you knew? As if I like hinted at something.
Drama
just felt
follows
it.
you.
There's always something going on.
I mean, it was just a regular fucking Monday, to be honest.
Exactly. Drama.
Drama.
It wasn't real drama, but the woman was rude, and there was no need for it, you know? So that wasn't what I came here to talk about.
Okay. Well, before we get into what you want to talk about, I'll give you a quick. We'll do a little quick summary of what was your Monday, Martin Luther King Day like. 412, the letter C in our show. By the way, this is what I'm talking about. Archmaj Frey said they were halfway through checking out when a person in front of them came back and argued over an 8-cent overcharge. Like those moments, you're like, oh, I just want to go. I don't know. It's like patience.
Yeah, you don't
Practice
care
patience.
about their overcharge, but you care about your overcharge.
Yeah. I know. You got to.
So,
I recall several times, like my mother would do that. Like she would go to there was a customer service thing at the A&P. And if she would owe it, and I still do it too. I've picked it up where the second I walk away, I look at the receipt. If I buy a lot of stuff, and I'm like, okay, that came off, that was reduced, that's on set. Wait a second, this was marked this. If it's enough money, I'll go back and I'll complain.
I don't know if it's an age thing or a responsibility thing because I have kids now and we learned the hard way that, work and money and everything is fleeting. You could get it back, but things could go away. You could go through ups and downs financially. I used to just be like, who cares? But now those little things, I'm with you, Spot. Like Sarah brought home, this is why I don't like I told you this. This is why I don't like when you order food at the supermarket and you do the curbside pickup.
order food at the supermarket?
Yeah, like you do the online order.
Oh,
like the
I don't do that, but
curbside
yeah.
pickup.
Yeah.
A lot of people do it now
Yeah.
because of COVID and it's easier.
Yeah.
I got a bag of Brussels sprouts. That shit was rancid. Fucking
Was Tim Armstrong in there?
Tim Armstrong rancid.
Really?
It was so hot. They were rocking out. They were so rancid.
Was he like, Ruby, 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 Soho?
Oh, you opened it and I was like, like it was fucking gross. It was gross.
Spot, don't you call them fart bombs?
I do.
Little fart bombs?
Little fart bombs.
So I said, fuck it. What is a bag of Brussels sprouts?
bomb.
It was like $3. I'm like, I'm not. No, that's $3. Fuck that. I'm like, give me that bag. And I go back there. I'm like, you gave me rancid fucking Brussels sprouts. They're like, all right, no problem. But I think a lot of times my old self would have been like, man, fuck it, take the loss. Now I'm way quicker to return things than I was in my 20s. I think I learned the value of $1 a little more.
Yeah. It's like in the moment, it doesn't seem like a lot.
Yeah.
You're like, it's a fucking $1. But if it happens every time you go, it adds up over time.
No doubt.
So like what? Over the course of a year, you're like, all right, I don't need a fucking $100. At the end of the year, you're like, I want $100.
Well, let me tell you what I did yesterday, and it's just so typical, just dumb little stories of our day, and then we'll get into the beef. I went out to a restaurant yesterday that I know Covino loves.
You went out?
Yeah, I went out yesterday.
Oh, it's part of your daily.
Sounds like a regular Monday to me.
Sounds like a regular Monday to me.
One of my best friends was in town.
Oh.
Jeanette's in town.
Oh,
Jeanette's in town because she's scoping out venues. She works in the alcohol industry. She represents a lot of alcohol brands. She's like a marketing.
I heard she
VP.
represents Tito. Is that true?
No, she represents Tito Santana. You got it wrong.
Got it wrong. So she's into wrestling and alcohol.
Yeah. She represents 80s wrestlers and alcohol brands. Very weird job, but yeah. So Jeanette's in town. They're scoping out venues for Super Bowl events. So that's like her job. We go out to LA, find some bars or restaurants or venues for cool sponsored events. So she's like, I got the day. I was like, come on out. And we went.
Can we go to some of these events?
Yeah, you're more than welcome. She's like, could I get you guys at these events? I'm like, yeah, sure.
I'm
if
down.
you want to. I'm like, I don't know. Depends. How far is it?
I'm looking at a party.
So we went to a place. I don't know if it's a chain. I think it is out here. Stonefire Grill.
Yeah, it's a chain.
I've never seen them other places though, but
It's like a mini chain.
It's in between. We talked the other day about the types of dining. This is a step above, I think, like Chili's and Applebee's and stuff. But it's not sit down. It's here's a buzzer. We have a runner bring the food to your table. One of those type of places.
Did we go there
They have good
recently?
salad.
We went there with Sean Wyman when he was here. Yeah. You know that feeling?
You didn't want to take her to the Red Lobster across the parking lot?
I should have got those biscuits.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden across
all
the
right
parking
there.
lot. It's all right there.
Yeah, they were all empty, by the way. So, you know that feeling when you feel like everyone at your table ordered better than you? It's the worst feeling ever. I was like, yeah, I'll have the tri-tip sandwich with...
You got the same thing that you did last time. And you were
It was like a
loved it
cold
last
sandwich.
time.
Like no. Last time I got the baby back ribs.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, oh, let me try the tri-tip. I thought it was be like shaved steak or
Yeah.
something with like mashed potatoes, right?
Nah, it's a big piece.
It's fucking. It was a big, and it was cold. And there, my friend Jeanette had like a grilled chicken with like a nice sauce. Sarah had
yeah.
a good salad. Emmy even got a big bowl of mac and cheese, and I'm like, "Ah!" But you know, you buy a $15 sandwich, you're not gonna be like, oh, let me order something else. It's the worst. So that's what I did yesterday.
She
And
returned it like that old lady.
I don't like.
And I got a can of beans.
a can of beans, 49 cents.
And my sandwich is cold.
It's supposed to be cold, ma'am.
But it's really cold.
$15? Fuck that.
Yeah, but I mean, it was that feeling of I ordered the worst thing, and it just stinks. And yeah, it was just nice to see an old friend though. When you see old friends,
I mean,
you're
she
like,
didn't look that old.
she's
She's
very
about your age, right?
Jeanette is she's getting married in a couple months.
Rich's old friend's like 85.
And
It's good to see you again, Richard.
hello, Alexander. I'm going to her wedding in a couple months. She's the last of, we mentioned this recently, like your last friend that gets married, then you realize you're not going to go to a wedding for like 20 years. But she's getting married in Hotlanta, Georgia. And
Magic City?
she's getting married.
It's catered, no, it's catered by Magic
It's
City.
catered by Magic City, the fucking hot wings. Can't wait.
Lemon pepper wings.
It's a strip club.
I agree with Adam. I guess that was my point. When it's a steak sandwich and it's cold, they should fucking state that on the menu. Because I thought I was getting some type of like au jus, dipping hot
I'm
French.
sorry. What'd you call me?
Au jus.
Au jus is
thought-
great.
You wouldn't think that you were getting some type of French dippity. If it was like a tri-tip sandwich, you wouldn't assume you were getting some type of like hot, like almost like a French dippity dip.
When I worked at Bennigan's, they served the Reuben with the au jus sauce.
Fucking, I want the au jus. I wanted a little dippity dip.
I'm gonna make you a tri-tip sandwich that's hot with au jus.
That's what I was thinking,
I'm gonna
Spock, because
do
I
it
feel
for
like
you.
maybe you made one for me recently, and I was like, that's the fucking Jamie Jam.
Tri-tip's a great cut of meat. I feel like it's such a local thing. It's a California thing, and I used to make it all the time when we lived together.
Biggest
It
letdown
was
ever.
always on sale.
Biggest letdown ever. Wait, you brought me a steak sandwich? It's fucking cold?
Nice little dry rub. You put it on the grill.
It's like cold cuts. I've got a cold cut sandwich.
Kyle brings up a good point. How annoying were you looking at everyone else's plate waiting to see if they were done so you could eat
Oh,
their
please.
food?
I saw Jeanette was
You're gross with that.
Jeanette's like,
You're a good guy, but you're gross with
no,
that.
I saw
But
Jeanette
she knows Rich. She knows.
No,
his
I've known her
style.
35 years of my life. Jeanette did this move where she was talking to Sarah, and then she did this with her plate, a little like push forward, like I'm done. I go,
Are you?
huh? And it was like she had like a third of her chicken breast, and I'm like, then I'm like, Emmy, yo, let Dad try that mac and cheese.
Yeah, you're gross.
Sarah,
I
you
hate
gonna
that.
finish that salad?
It's the one. It's probably the thing I hate most about you. to
Oh,
be
good.
honest.
Okay,
I
well,
mean,
that's not
which is
bad then.
it's a compliment.
Yeah.
It's meant to be a compliment. because he's really disgusting with that. Like
But
Rich is the worst with that. He's
you know-
he's really kind of rude with that. You know,
Yo,
like
like,
rude.
I am.
Like stop looking at my food. You know, like I'm eating.
Yo.
Kind of rude. You're like that lady at the fucking Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Fucking rude.
Well, hey, I guess my long, boring story was just that when you advertise a steak sandwich and it's like the tri-tip sandwich, especially when it comes with like a side of like potato salad or something like that, or a little salad on the side, wouldn't you think that is a fucking hot dippy sandwich?
I don't know about necessarily being a dippy sandwich,
Or I think you at least ought to be warm.
but hot and
Warm.
yeah, like hot, warm,
I
thinly
agree.
sliced.
Fucking like a...
I mean, what did you expect from a chain, like a mini chain?
Yeah. Yo, Gabe, now you got me hungry. I thought thinly sliced tri-tip, like on a toasted bun with maybe like an aioli sauce, if not a dip, some type of shit. I'm
You
done.
got the a-holy sauce. So, anyway, it is a letdown. Anytime,
You should be happy that I don't
anytime
waste
I
food.
go to fucking CPK, whatever the case may be, I don't even like cold meat on my salads. I'm like, yeah, can you fucking give me like real grilled chicken on that? I don't like cold meat on when I'm going out and about. Like I said, unless I'm going to Subway.
Adam brings up a good point. It is the only, I think the only acceptable cold steak might be on a salad. And even then, I'm like,
I don't mind cold meat.
rotten meat.
I mind
Call me Dippy Davis. I agree. I
mind
want
tough meat, like chewy meat. So like if it's not warm and like soft as you're biting into a sandwich, like I hate nothing more than when you're biting into a sandwich and it's that chewy and you're like trying to pull it out and then it like pulls out half the meat of the sandwich in one bite.
Oh, the Wookiee meat. It's Wookiee meat.
Oh, yeah, it's a little chewy.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Wookiee meat spot.
I hate that. But I don't mind like
Never ordered that.
on a salad. I don't mind cold meat.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm
that's
sorry
what-
you had a terrible experience, but it
my
sounds to
bum.
me like you got to eat everyone else's food. So
It's,
you made out
I
just
just
fine.
don't waste food. It's like, hey, you gonna have that? You gonna have that? Because I'll eat it.
It's not a waste of food. You pack it up and you bring it home for
Nah,
Emmy later
but,
on.
no one's bringing it home. Jeanette's
I
on
do
the
that
Jeanette's
shit all
traveling.
the time.
Jeanette's traveling for work, and it's my wife, so I know her. She's not going to eat it. She'll bring. Sarah has all the greatest intentions. She'll always take.
I love bringing food
How many
home.
times have you packed? This is something that I've done way
I
too many
pack
times.
it every day.
You pack it, and then you go to your car and you go home. You're like, fuck, we left it on the
Oh,
table.
I hate that.
I mean, it happens.
Like
but
you do the whole like,
Not too
oh, where's the leftover? Oh, you
no,
fucking
'cause
left it at the restaurant.
No, that's my lunch for the next day or whatever.
Well,
so I'm not saying I've never done it, but
just for the record,
I look forward to fucking bringing that shit home.
to wrap up my fucking tedious story.
I have no shame.
On the menu, someone's like, would you assume it's hot or cold? On the menu, it was like baby back ribs, like the chicken platter, this and that. It was amongst what I felt were hot entrees.
That's why I got the salad when I went there.
You got
It
duped.
sounded the
I know.
most
So
appealing.
anyway,
You got duped.
got to see my old school friend I've known for 35 years. And there's something to be said about when you have a friend you've known so long where there is zero stress of like entertaining or, you know how there's still friends you know that you feel like you have to entertain though?
Yeah, they're probably newer friends in your life.
Yeah, but even some friends you know your whole life, there's still a sense of like,
Well, that's why I tell people, look, I'm low maintenance. Like even when I'm visiting like Jordan's family or whatever. Like, hey, can I get you anything?
oh, dude, should we go to the zoo or the park or we do something? You're like,
Hey,
"No, you
I'm
know."
cool chilling, man. You don't need to entertain me. I'm good. Make yourself at home. Trust me. Now that you said it, I definitely will. You don't even have to get up and get me a drink. I'll get my own. I'm good. Don't even worry about me. So
Yeah.
I know the feeling. There's some people that need to be waited on, and some people you want to like, oh, you good? You good? And then there's some people who just they're there and they're low maintenance.
Like my friend Jeanette got here at the very end of our show yesterday.
yeah, you try to be low maintenance.
Yeah, and I still had some recording to do. And she's like, yeah, I'm just going to sit with Emmy and Sarah and chat. And I was like, I felt no like, oh.
The thing is, people think a guy like me, I am high maintenance, and I'm not. Like, I don't want you to fucking make a big deal. Like, I'm here chilling. I'm all right. You know, some people are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they are.
I try not to be.
You said it,
People
Buster.
think I am.
Some people are, some people are not. Some people are high maintenance. Some people.
Think back at in your childhood, right? When your family would have people over.
Oh, my
they would
mom's
always
the
love the
worst.
low maintenance guest, right? Like he comes here, he adds to the fun, he doesn't bother anybody. But that other asshole, he drank all our this, he ate all our that, he fucking made a scene about that, and then there's high maintenance people that your family complains about when they leave,
I think looking back at my childhood,
right?
I think,
the low maintenance
I think
people.
I'm the way I am because of my mother. Because you know how a lot of times like you
Aren't
could do
we all?
No, you can do one of two things, Spot. You could reject everything
You
one of
said
one
it.
of your parents does, or you could replicate it. And you see it all the time. It's like that person couldn't be further from
Ain't
that
that the
trait of their
truth?
parents, or they're that exact trait of their parents.
Ain't that the truth?
And I see it in every form with my mom and dad. I look at my mother and I'm like, I'm exactly like that. I'm like the opposite of that. I look at my dad. I'm like, I'm the opposite of that, but I'm exactly like that. I don't think you're ever wishy-washy. I think you are completely the same as your parents or the opposite in every trait you have. My mother I love having people over, whether it's like a football game, a fight night. I've always been the one that's like, yeah, fucking more the merrier. Come over, have fun, let's party, let's watch a movie, let's watch a game, let's hang. Hey, want to go in the pool? Let's have fun.
What's happening?
My mom was the type that I had to like make a plan to have friends over. I loved like your parents' style. Like that's how my friend Christina was. That's how one of my best buddies Phil was. Like after school, hey, you want to go play video games at your house? Yeah, sure, no problem. My mom, you know what it would require?
Oh, I'm not ready, Richie.
Hey, mommy, could I have Phil over to play Nintendo? Well, hold on. Let's make a plan. Today's not a good day. Like, I need to clean the house. Like, maybe next Tuesday. I'm like, then there's the other people where, like, I would just go to my friend Christina's house on, like, I don't know, a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And her mom would be like, hey, Richie, you want to stay for dinner? Sure. Like, two types of people.
Yeah.
And it's so obvious.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And Rich is the opposite of that.
You're the opposite.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So that was Rich's day.
That was
Cold
my
meat.
day. Cold meat and old school friends always make you feel a little nice. And by the way, Spot, you could go to any
Do you
party.
feel recharged a little bit? Like centered, or what's the word? Like after seeing an old friend?
After seeing an old friend. Jeanette's she's getting married. She just bought. We're talking about the same shit we talked about the other day, and it's so hard for me to not repeat this phrase in every conversation I have. You know, Covino and I just talked about that the other day because I feel like we've talked about every fucking thing. We're talking yesterday about how her and her fiance just bought a condo and how it's like an endless thing. I'm like, yo, Covino and I just talked about it. Yeah. Because she's like, yeah, we have rooms, and the whole justification of like, oh, well, we haven't got furniture here yet, but we're going to do this to this room. We're going to do this. And I'm like, that's every adult.
There's always something.
There's always
Covino and I were just talking about
We
this.
just talked about
And
it.
then you're going to finish that, and then there's going to be something else.
But, you know, we talked
life
about
of a homeowner.
We talked about one, and not sensitive topic. But
Oh, boy.
We were talking about.
Here's the juice.
Oh, here it
Here's the
comes.
all juice
Ooh.
sauce.
Here it comes.
Here's the au jus I was looking for. Dip, dip, dip.
It
And if
wasn't
I ever-
about
and
it
if-
wasn't
and if-
about cold meat at all, was it?
And if I ever meet you at a Covino and Rich event and I eat your food,
It's gross.
look at that as my way of saying I love you. Oh, we've been at events where I've stopped by. We've been to like Covino and Rich events, and I'll stop by someone's table at a bar because we would do the road trips. We'd stop at bars in every city. Let's say we're in Minnesota. I'd stop by a table and be like, "Hey, everyone, thanks for coming out. Yo, fist bumps. Yo, you got French fries? Thanks. Yeah,
It's fucking rude.
I know it's terrible. The worst. My mom was like your mom, Rich. When I would tell a friend to come over, yeah, it would be like a fucking production. And to this day, my mom's like that. Hey, mom, let me fly out to LA. Get out of New York. You live in a shitty life. Come out to LA for a weekend. All right, well, let me look at what? Like, what the fuck? Like, make a decision. Oh, what's wrong with people?
So go ahead. Juice?
It's a little bit of au jus. Jeanette's getting married.
Married?
And there's a sense of,
You're not invited?
no, like, because every family and every situation, depending on where you live, you got friends coming from the South, New York, LA, different places.
Are you the bridesmaid?
Never the bride.
No, she's your best friend.
No, but I've been put
Rich
in
is the flower girl.
I've been put in a wedding. I've been put in a wedding a few times. Not that the groom reluctantly did it, but I was friends with a girl where I was one of the groomsmen because I was close with the girl, and I'm like, yeah, this guy, does he really want me in his wedding?
No.
I think one of them was probably cool with it.
Probably not.
It's like having to put like if Sarah had a brother, which she doesn't, if I would have had to put him as my groomsman, like, hey, Hank, let's go.
That's family, though.
Yeah.
Imagine putting like Sarah's friend Biff in there because she's
Yeah, but
friends with
sometimes
Biff.
family's closer than friends. Friends are closer than family. I'm closer to my
Justify
friends. I'm closer to my friends
family
than
more.
family. I would take my family over my. I would take my friends over my family 9 out of 10 times. Other than my dad. Other than my dad, I would take my friends 9 out of 10 times.
Well, you look at yourself as like the Marilyn Munster of the family, right?
So, all right, ready? I wrote a list of things we shouldn't talk about anymore on the air, so I'm already breaking it.
I call you that Rich Davis. Rich Davis. Trump loving son of a bitch. Rich Davis.
Damn it.
Rich brought up Trump yesterday. My God, the feedback we got. Just never stopped.
Things to never talk about on our show because everyone. No, these are things that people said. You should talk less about this. So I'm trying to figure a way we could do a show.
You know what's really funny though? I was listening back to our show, and I had a visual, like just the visual of it. You were going on and on about how much you love Donald Trump yesterday.
I'm sorry. Now you're being inaccurate. So
Rich Davis loves Donald Trump.
I'm not saying.
Woo! Rich Dabis. My name ain't Rich Davis. So Rich Davis loves Donald Trump.
I mean,
but you were talking about his
but
speech.
you say things and now I'll get feedback because you're like inaccurately telling a story.
Facetiously
No, but
joking.
I don't think people know that. People are dumb.
Well, then they're fucking dumb. Then don't listen. Ready? So
No,
Rich
they're not gonna
Davis
listen.
loves him. I'm sorry, Davis. Rich Davis, not Rich Davis.
Rich Davis.
loves him some Donald Trump.
Davis.
But you were talking about how on yesterday's show how one speech sort of really made you see things differently.
No,
like, man,
not
he might
even-
have some steam.
No, again. Okay,
You didn't
accurately.
think that he has some steam?
Yeah, but
you
you're
said
making
that
it
he
saying,
could be president.
I'm
again.
not talking about me personally. I'm
Who
saying
cares? Who cares if fucking
how.
if some guy takes it the wrong way? Who
All right,
cares?
let's
You're
talk about Aju again.
Let me tell you my visual. And we talked about how Donald Trump came out there again with his "Make America Great Again" hat on, but the font is bigger now. That shit is so
case you
funny.
didn't see it.
That shit is so funny.
In case you didn't
Because
see it the first time.
everybody knows the shitty hat, but this time he's really bringing it so much they doubled the font. They're like, "Fuck that, Trump's back. Double the font. Double the font." He's got stupid fucking bubble letters on his stupid red hat now. It's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. If you don't see the funny in that, then you're an idiot.
Oh, I mean the
funny.
the funny of the hat
I'm
font
not telling
being
you what
bigger.
to believe or what to fucking
but
vote
I just don't
for.
want you inaccurately depicting a conversation that people didn't hear.
I didn't. I
That's
was
all.
joking. But you said that there's steam there.
I said watching that made me realize that he's going to be able, based on what he and the crowd he got and what he was saying, he's going to be able to pick up a lot of steam. I didn't say I'm all on board and I'm like you're depicting. I'm just saying it was a very eye-opening. Like, man, people are still really like in it with him. Like
Well,
that steam has not died.
It's exactly what I said, except for the joking part, which I thought was pretty clear. The funny part, though, is his hat. The hat. Spot, if you could find his new hat, the font.
Did you watch it?
I saw it. I brought it up yesterday.
No, but did you watch the whole thing?
Oh, the speech, no. But I saw parts of it. Yeah. But he's got the same hat, but the font is bigger.
Mr. President, is there anything you'd like us to change? Let's see, anything to change.
I want
Font.
bubble font. I want
Bigger.
bigger.
Is
Is this it?
Bigger font.
Bigger font, bigger, everything bigger. Bigger.
I'm-
What do you mean bigger, Mr. President?
Everything. Stage, lights, fireworks,
He
explosions.
does look like he's
pyrotechnics,
wearing
my font.
It looks like he's wearing. Mouse is right. It looks like he's wearing the world champion of the world hat that Judah Friedlander wears.
Dude, it's so funny. What if he was like, what do you want? I want more of a bouffant. And they made his actual font bigger.
I'm gonna need a bigger hat.
Maybe he asked for a bigger,
Bigger
bouffant.
font. Make it bigger. Big.
Now that the font is the size, I need the hat bigger. Imagine he
But how do you not see the comedy in that?
Please make it bigger.
I just didn't want it to go under the radar that the font is fucking bigger. Just so
Big font.
as his voters get older, they could see it.
big, huge.
See, the
I need the
font
font to
normally-
be huge.
Normally, I wouldn't be able to read that, but now I can.
Huge.
Yeah, your eyes are going.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the
What's-
COVID eye.
what's that say?
For all the
Oh.
people with COVID eye.
Make America Great Again, but bigger font. I see. He went from like 42 to 49.
Oh, make it greater.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That shit is funny. So when we brought that up yesterday, it was sort of in passing, but when you really think about it, that shit is hilarious.
By the way, I mean, it was almost a challenge. Like, how could we make this hat uglier?
What would you like bigger, Mr. President? My bouffant. Oh, you said your font. Okay.
Bigger. Make the font. I need huge. I want people to know how endowed I am
That shit
through
is
my
funny.
font.
That shit is funny.
Make the font bigger.
That hat
Anyway, all
is.
So
But yeah, it's a different type of font too, right? Like,
Rich
is that
Davis.
We need to grow. We're going to grow. It's gonna grow in 2024. And you know what's going to grow? The font.
The font. Things to not the
the
economy and the font. The things to not talk about. Donald Trump's speech. Because people fucking get mad
Politics,
about
COVID, sports, and I mean there was a list of things that I was like, okay, so I was trying to figure how can we do a show without talking about all the things that people say you should talk less about this.
I figured it out. Though. You want to know why?
Yeah. What is
we
on
get
the
lots of
sides?
feedback. I figured it out. Patreon. What we do here, paid service, which means, in our opinion, we're ahead of the game. Most people don't pay for podcasts. You guys pay for ours.
Appreciate that.
We appreciate that. We couldn't survive. We wouldn't be able to live without your support. So even though we may disagree on some things, we love you guys. We're indebted to you. And we love what we do, and we hope that shows. But Patreon is a blessing and a curse because now when people pay for a service, they think that every conversation you're supposed to have is supposed to be specifically specified to their palate.
And their
liking.
And they assume
don't,
that
if it's not,
and they go in with the theory of the customer's always right.
yeah, if it's not, it's like, I don't like when you talk about that. It's like, well, okay. But they're paying, so like, well, I like when you talk about this. And it's like, yeah, but how can you please thousands of people with different likes and dislikes?
For every
That's
person,
impossible.
For every person.
So do you want us to do the Timothy Durga show? What's up, Tim? I'm just reading your name, giving you a shout out. Or do you want us to do the Covino and Rich show? Because we can't do
What
a
do
show.
you want me to do? The Anthony Sodiccio.
So the hat.
We can't do a show specified to your likings because you don't like when we talked
So
about
the
hats.
hat, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Spot, I said yesterday we should do a tier 3 where we do specialized shows for individuals. Like, it's
I like it. So the hat, obviously the brand new font. On one side, of course, the American flag.
You know who loves that?
but because part
Rich
of the
Davis, that Trump-loving son of a bitch.
you know why? Because it's part of the speech was how we're gonna get pride in our country again.
So on this side, we got the flag. On this side, 45, of course. And wait,
Shinedown fan?
there's more. On the back,
Trump. Wow, that hat is wow.
sign me up.
Wow. Wow.
Man, that hat.
My name's Rich Davis,
And
and
I
I
love-
approve that hat.
You would never see a hat with bigger font than this hat that's on my head.
That is a hat.
You want fonts? I got fonts.
It's like his glorious book. Did you see his
Bigly.
glorious book?
They're huge and bigly fonts.
The customers are never right 99% of the time.
By
That's
my
Wes.
hat. I got a flag. I got 45. On the back it says Trump.
But
People
do you
know
see
you
what
voted
I'm
for
saying?
Trump.
We need to make the flag bigger.
We
The
need to-
flag is
The flag is too small. The flag, we have pride in our country. It's the flag on the side. And of course, I'm 45. By my hat.
I'm going to do the specialized Jen Brown show and the specialized Alejandro show today.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what, when people are now paying for a service, if it's not
I think people would pay
if
for a
it's
show.
not the way they want it, they feel the need to complain about it or voice their opinion because I'm a subscriber. And I get that, but it's like, yo, chill. When we were on Sirius XM, if you didn't like what we did, it's like, yeah, okay.
It's like if we do,
But now it's like,
if we do a daily show,
I'm going to do the
every
Trump
day
show.
for hours a day, and there's one 15-minute segment that you're not connecting with, normal behavior would be like, that's what that little, isn't it like skip 10 seconds ahead or 20 seconds? Like that, is that little.
That's
Tier
what I
3.
do. I mean, I listen to other shows. If I don't like what they're talking about because it's just boring content for me, like I'm not into that. Yeah.
Tier 3 is going to be
But
me.
when you're paying for it,
Yeah.
For $20 a month, I will do an hour show every day doing this.
there you go.
Welcome to my show. It's the Big Font Hat Show.
Big
Let's talk about our country. Our country's the greatest. It's the
fun.
greatest country in the world. Sleepy Joe's ruining it. He's really taking it down.
I thought it would be bad.
I thought it would be
but
bad.
it's worse than I even
worse.
imagined.
It's worse. It's worse. I'm
All
going to bring it
caps.
back to glory in
Yo,
2024.
he had one of those. He had one of those.
Stick
endings.
around.
I had to fast forward to the
It's
end.
going to
of,
be huge.
By the way, it's a better hat, Rich, because remember the original hat had the stupid sailor fucking string
You know
going
why?
in the middle?
You know, I had to
Better
make,
hat,
I had
better
to make
president.
bigger. I had to make bigger font. You know why? Because years have gone by. It's going to be 8 years. Everyone's eyesight's going. You got the COVID eye. I hear Covino's got the COVID eye. It's
Not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. I got COVID hair,
So
too.
I got bigger font so you can see it from afar. You'll be able to see it at night.
Look
It
at all
glows-
these.
it glows
look
in
at
the
all
dark.
these black people
It's
behind
a
me.
glowing in the dark hat.
Black
Big
people
fun.
love hit me. By the way, Spot.
It's going to be fantastic.
What was
the-
it? Blacks for Trump?
Blacks for Trump. The Arizona speech is what we're referring to. If you don't know what we're saying, I brought up the other day.
I'm not talking about the speech.
I'm a Trump-loving son of a bitch. No, I brought up the
Rich
other day.
Davis. I am just bringing up the hat.
Oh no, hold on. I'm bringing
If
up
the hat bothers you, fuck off.
He did the other day. He I had to fast forward to the end to be like, well, how does one wrap up a 2-hour fucking speech? And he did one of those. We will make blank great again. We will make blank, and he went through like a fucking 20 things, and then the last one, and everyone's gearing up for like, and we will make America, and then all of a sudden like fucking some patriotic shit.
On today's show, we're going to go over things we're going to make great again. First, we're going to start with hats. I made this hat so great, it's got a big font. It's a great hat. It's a great hat. Buy my hat. Down on Jake Trump.
Hey,
Spot, find the last 30 seconds of his speech.
It's a better hat.
With all the African American folks behind him wearing their Blacks for Trump shirts, and him being like, look at how football fields. That's how far apparently he said the crowd went back. Football fields, and it was just the last 20 seconds were straight up like slogans. But
I'm just talking about the hat. You're still talking about the speech.
If you want to, how much can you talk about a red hat?
I just thought that shit was funny.
Well, anyway, politics, COVID, sports, certain things that we just got to do what we do, and we became your friends, and we became a show you fucking hang with because we talk about all types of things. So everyone's got that extra
By the way,
opinion now.
This is based on feedback that we get, not just the guy Brett that hit us up on social media yesterday.
No, this is
Brett's a good guy.
This is the constant.
But he opened up the floodgates of like Brett again, nice guy, love him. He's like, yeah, I really don't appreciate when he talk politics. It's like, there's more to me than my massive beanbag, bro. Okay? Yeah. So we talked about it for a little bit. Yeah. We didn't dive into politics.
And you know what it is?
We made stupid observations about
and most of the time,
about
honestly,
Trump.
Even when we talk about serious stuff, most of the time there's like some dumb comedic underlying vibe.
And then the floodgates are open, and then people want to voice their opinions on all the things that we talk about that they don't like. And it's like, Jesus, man, we're just trying to do a show.
You know what it is?
It's not everything's going to cater to everybody.
We haven't changed. We've been doing the same thing year after year after year. Like we touch a variety of things
on what's going on in life and what's going on in the news.
Kyle, Jess, everyone's saying, don't change anything. We will not.
Yeah, but Kyle, that's the blessing and the curse of the Patreon.
Yeah. The blessing and the curse is
also being too accessible to our friends who are also listeners and supporters of what we do.
Yeah.
That's also the double-edged sword that we deal with constantly.
It's like there's pros and cons of being, quote, the most interactive show.
Yep.
The most like I have friends, like my old school friends, like you interact and communicate and argue and fucking entertain all this stuff with people who listen to your show. I'm like, yeah, that's what makes us what we are. And they're like, does any other host do that? I'm like, probably not. I don't know
at
any.
all. I got some dick. He's straight up a dickhead, to be honest. One of these guys. Just because you listen to our show doesn't make you the fucking greatest guy, right? There's one guy who's a total dick, and he doesn't subscribe, right? But he's always like talking to me about other shows. I'm like, then fucking bother them. Because are they responding to you? Are they responding to you?
Leave me alone.
I'm responding to you. So if they're so great, then fucking bother them.
Well,
and be ignored by them. Be ignored by them.
You know what? I think we hit on something here, Cove. The problem of everything in 2022 is the inability to disagree with people, but still be okay with it, and the ability to not get what you want all the time and be okay with it.
Everybody thinks that everything should be specified to their liking and their palate, like you with your fucking sandwich.
I agree with Kim. Ignore the noise and do your thing, boys. But I'm just saying, when we get off the show and I look, let me look on Instagram. The 68 messages. Let me read them. And there's a good number of people that are commenting on something that like, I love when you guys do this, but can you stop doing this?
Meanwhile, a lot of people like when we do that and dislike when we do something else.
Yeah. Well, hey, I get
it's
it.
Impossible
you know what it was like?
It
was like when we were on SiriusXM.
We were?
There are so many people that are like, fucking hate the interviews. We haven't done interviews in the first 9 months of doing Patreon. And we're thinking about doing it again. If it's the right guest. Yeah. If it's the right guest where it's really interesting or like a cool guy or girl.
If it adds to the show.
If it adds to our show. We're not going to just put people on. But there's people like, yeah, I'm unsubscribing because you guys don't have guests anymore. I'm like, then fucking do it. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
It's really disheartening.
So
it's probably why I'm losing my hair. Probably
it's probably why if I ever come in with a sour attitude, you know who's to blame? You. Anyway, I digress. Donald Trump, great hat.
Font.
So
Font.
back to the au jus. By the way, Spot, do you have one screenshot or just 1 second of Donald Trump with the people behind him? I'm like, do you think I'm not saying black people don't like Donald Trump, but he strategically has a huge group of African Americans behind him with all like black people have Donald Trump shirts on. Like it's like, come on, dude.
Well, black people used to love Donald Trump a lot.
Oh, before he was
Before
a politician.
he was president.
When he was
Yeah.
just like a rich, cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he was like, when every rapper had Donald Trump in their lyrics,
Yeah.
and then it was like, not anymore.
Just had it.
Can't please everyone. I know, Kirk. I know. It's impossible.
You should see our feedback.
That's why, you know what? That would be it. I think it would be if everyone lived. It's like living in the life of. It's hard to understand, even because we're not saying nothing we do is a struggle. But you never know what someone else sees or goes through every day unless you live it, and no one lives it.
There he is.
Yeah, see, like all those shirts, Spot.
Stop. We're losing subscribers
Yeah,
because you want to play this clip.
right. We don't need to play anything.
I'm playing
Rich
the clip.
Davis.
I'm playing anything.
Well,
Well, anyway,
what else was the juice of the dinner with your old friend?
we had a lunch, and the juice of it was she's getting married, and we are in. Second thing on my list, I said I wasn't going to talk about ever again. COVID.
Oh boy.
How do you handle?
Here it comes.
How do you handle a wedding when COVID's in the air? She's like, to be honest, she's like, the truth is, like, you want all the people in your life to be there. You're not voluntarily testing yourself. If no one wants a test, you're not testing yourself, right?
Before you go to the wedding?
Like, yeah, or when you're there, anything like that, right?
I don't know.
Like, you're not voluntarily testing yourself, are you?
Not if I'm not
you're
sick.
if you're asymptomatic and you're feeling fine, you're not just randomly
If I'm feeling fine, no.
Yeah. Because I'm just saying testing is becoming a thing where a lot of places are like, hey, test before you do this, test before you do that. And I just think it's a wedding. It's like, fucking go hang, live your life. And if you feel sick, you feel sick. But if you're asymptomatic and you don't feel like you're sick or anything, are you going to be scrambling around a random city to get a test? She's like, I hope people don't feel that way. I'm like, good, because I don't think I'm going to travel across the country.
She's not requesting
No,
that.
she's like, I don't want people to be honest, because, she's like, just, if you feel good, just come and listen, And I feel like that's the way the country's sort of going to end up going, right? But much like your daughter, yesterday, Emmy went back to school today, and the school put out a message saying, listen, a picture of an at-home test is good enough because
Picture's worth 1,000
all the
words.
parents were hitting the school up. Like,
Did you zoom in on it?
I zoomed in, and they're like, wait a minute, there's a black man on a bed with a penis sticking out. But if you have a kid in this area, to send them back to school after like a break, they want you to bring a test. And Sarah called a few local places, like, yeah, we don't got anything or appointments or nothing. So the school was like, yeah, you know what? Honestly, a screenshot of an at-home test is going to have to be good enough, because all the parents were reaching out being like, yo, where do you want us to get this mystery test? So I think that's a big thing we're going to see in the next month or so, where people are just going to be like, nah, fuck it, no tests. We're going to, like as Spot said a year ago, we're not over it, but people will be over it. That doesn't mean it's over, but people will be over it. I think people are going to, if you have to be required to go back to work or school or something with a test and there's no tests, what are companies going to do? Not have employees?
Yeah, I was scrambling just to get Melody
Yeah.
one after Christmas break. Weak sausage.
Yeah.
It's my new phrase.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped with the sauce. Weak sausage, because everybody got COVID dick now.
Oh,
Losing
yeah.
inches. Losing. I lost an inch as we spoke just now.
Did you?
Another inch. Another day, another inch.
Damn.
Fuck.
Sorry, son.
Alex Berman, what's up?
So
you talked about politics,
So,
COVID.
just for a
Religion?
minute. Just for a minute.
Religion?
No.
Are you
No.
trying to bring up all the things that divide us as an audience?
Yeah,
what else you got?
Yeah, I figure if
else you got?
one by one people drop off, then we'll have no one left, and I can finally be like, later, everybody. One at a time.
So we talked about Trump.
Yeah, we talked
now
about Trump.
COVID and tests.
Man.
Who needs them?
So I was
You know what I
wondering,
think we all can agree on? This
fonts.
new hat that I'm rocking.
Big fonts.
So
This
I
big
was
fonts.
I was wondering.
Check out the big fonts. I'm opening up a new line of big fonts. I wanted to shout out the best show out there, Covino and Rich.
Big fonts, man.
They love big fonts too,
Big
just
fonts.
like me.
Just like Trump, man.
I only rock hats with big fonts now. That's my thing.
No, it's so big. Look at
One
the
of my-
font comes off the hat. That's how big it is.
One of my new campaign slogans is going to be big hats, big fonts. Big hats,
Bigger
big
the hat,
font.
bigger the font, big
bigger.
hat.
Make fonts big again.
So what's next, Rich?
Oh, no,
Religion?
I just want to ask you guys, like,
Tell us
if
how
you
to-
guys-
Covino.rich.com.
stop. No, I don't want to talk about that. I did want to ask you guys, like, what were your thoughts on late-term abortions?
Oh, abortion.
or Spot, what would you say about guns in schools? Just any.
You know what's sad though? You want to know a sad truth?
Yeah.
Is people come to our show and so grateful, and it means a lot. It's a compliment. They come to our show to forget about real life and to be entertained.
Yeah,
right.
of course.
But that really limits us. Like, you only want fart jokes from me. You know what I mean? It's like going to a concert and you only want the hits.
And I get it.
And I get it, right? But that's sort of sad because it's like, there they go talking about politics. I come here for fucking titties. It's like,
Yeah, someone said that yesterday. They go, talk about jubbos.
yeah.
I'm like,
Stick
all right,
to titties, guys.
and by
There's
the way,
something sad about that because it's like, well, there's more to life than titties,
I'm not,
guys. And we've always talked
yeah.
about titties, but other things.
Yeah, we've never not talked about all
but
things
they're
going
so
on in life.
stressed out
It's just
with-
life is a more stressful place now.
Right.
That people we're more of an escape than ever before.
Right.
It's not like we've always been all over the place. It just
You
now.
guys stick to farts.
But it's like
and
yeah,
tacos.
I was like, yeah. I mean,
Pussy.
it's like.
Yeah, we come here for pussy.
All right, do you
I
want-
hear about COVID and politics
Do you
everywhere
want
else.
do you want 2.5, 3 hours of Covino talking about fighting with a Barnes and Noble employee? I mean that is funny, but like, because
I
the
brought up
mainstream
fuzzy socks. I mean, I brought it into our wheelhouse. Trust me, I know our strengths, but it's awesome yet sad at the same time that if we divert off of anything like that's like nonsensical, people get mad about it. Like, I've been hearing about politics and COVID all day on all these other shows.
I come here for Covino's condo troubles.
I want to hear about Covino's condos and tacos. Tacos only.
Just to
So we're taking the brunt of like, hey man, it's not our fault.
society. It's society.
Yeah, society.
We've done like all right. So what do they do in science experiment Spot? They always have a
Bunsen burner.
A control.
Oh,
now the control
Goggles.
is our show. Pretty much doing the same thing for the last 17 years. Like, yeah, we do dick jokes. We talk about butt cheeks. We talk about relationships and sex, and we talk about what's going on in the news. And we talk about some sports. We've done that for fucking 17 years. So if we're the control, what has changed is society around us.
Yeah.
That's it. Let's
you know
move
what,
on.
though? But to balance it out, since Rich talked about Trump all day yesterday,
That's all I did.
I'm sorry, Rich Davis.
DABIS.
Oh, my name ain't Rich Davis.
Rich Davis.
D-A-B-I-S.
Woo, See the hat?
Big fonts. To balance it out, I have extra Mexican words of the day for you guys.
Oh,
today,
sweet.
To
By the
really
way,
dumb it down.
Speaking of hats,
Stick to tacos.
Maybe I need that hat, and I'll tell you why. I realized something. This is dumb Covino Rich banter. Yeah. I realized that when I play softball, like one of the jokes with some of the guys I hang with there is that I don't wear a hat. And some of the guys,
Yeah, that's
no,
fucking
some
weird.
of the
That's
guys,
weird as
some-
hell.
No. I agree. I'm saying it's weird. Some of the guys I play with, I only see them in like sunglasses and hats, right?
Rich wears a helmet like John Olrud.
But I see I have a buddy Dax who I only have seen this guy my whole life in sunglasses and hats. And then when I see him socially, like, you have an amazing pompadour, like a silver fox pompadour.
He has speaking of bouffants, he has a bouffant.
My buddy, his nickname is Torch, guy where he was a movie producer. And he's like some older guy that he always wears a New Orleans Saints hat. This past weekend, he took off his hat. I'm like, fuck, you got great hair. Yeah. And then I looked around and he goes, yeah, bro, you're the only guy that never wears a hat. And I'm like, I don't know. I think when I was a kid, my mom's like, if you wear a hat too tight or too much, you'll lose your hair. And I think that's stuck in my head. I
You always
never
said
wear a hat.
You think you look odd in a hat.
And I look funny in a hat. Some people don't look good in a hat. I know my
got a long
strengths.
head.
Like Spot, there's certain things that you would not wear because you're like, yeah, I just can't pull it off. And other things you're like, that's my look. A hat to me, yeah, P10. I've never seen Rich in a hat. I look stupid. I look good in a Scully or like a winter hat, but a baseball hat looks funny on me. It really does.
I like when Rich is wearing that Scully in his modeling pictures.
Might I recommend this hat?
It's a great hat.
It's a great hat. It's got fonts for days. It comes in many colors, but I might recommend red because
Shop.
red is just the color. It's the best color ever. It matches my tie.
Shop.covinoandrich.com.
Shop.covinoandrich.com. Big fonts on all the hats.
Big
It's
fonts.
it's just
It's
strange.
the
We're
that-
sort of ahead of the trend.
I
It's
know,
the new
Covino.
trend. Big fonts everywhere.
Maybe I can't find a hat big enough, but I'm the one
Try this
guy,
hat.
and I think it's because I think I look stupid in a hat. Like, is it
my
like
joke
the
in
same way yesterday? You like, I'm not wearing pink socks. Fuck that. In my mind, I'm like, this guy. Not that I have the best hair, but I look so doofy in a hat. Like some people don't look good in hats.
I agree. You don't.
I know. I don't look good in a hat. I'll go get a hat, put it on. You'll be like, oh yeah.
Rich
take
also
it.
hates women with hats on. By the way, Rich also hates the band men wearing hats.
I love men without hats.
Oh, that's what I meant.
I love that's my favorite band.
Men without hats.
Yeah. It's made in
That's
China.
Rich's favorite. I ruined the joke. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, that's what you talked about at dinner.
No, I just brought that
Oh,
up.
but I feel like you had another nugget to
By
the
the way-
dinner conversation.
On the side of this hat, it says, what does it say? What would it say?
it says 45.
It says, no, what would it say on our hat?
Oh, 17.
Jubbos.
It has jubbos and butt cheeks on jubbos on one side,
A silhouette of butt
a
cheeks.
silhouette of butt cheeks on the other,
It's 69.
and in the back it says, what's that? It says, beat it. On the back it says, fuck you, beat it. On the back, because when you see it on the back, you're like, fuck you, beat it.
I love that.
On the side, there's a picture
great
of Jub.
hat.
On the side, there's a picture of Jubs. Just a little outline,
Jesus is backing me up.
butt cheeks.
About what?
And
He
then it
goes,
says
I
69.
feel the same way, Rich. I can't rock a baseball hat. Some
You got
people,
a long head, Jesus.
maybe that's it. Listen, some people, I mean, you don't see some people rocking certain accessories or clothing. And you're like, yeah, that looks good, but just not on you.
I rock
Like,
hats a lot.
you
I just
have a hat?
don't realize how often I rock
Go
them.
get a hat.
Spot made a new intro for our show, right? He made a new intro.
did.
And I realized like almost every other clip I'm wearing a hat. I'm like, I know I rock hats, but I didn't think I wore them
You
that
can walk
often
by, it's
on
okay.
the show.
Um,
So anyway, Rich is just going over some of the banter that he had over dinner with his old school pal, Jeanette, also known as Janate. She's getting married. They talked about a bunch of different things. Did she get tested before she came? Did she get tested? Probably not. Was she super spreading? Probably. Okay. Can we get the virus again? I'm hearing we can, but I hope not. So anyway, I also have some Mexican words of the day because that's all you really want from me. Let's be honest. And
I like hats.
I want to talk about ass cracks. Ass cracks. I want to talk about that. I'm bringing it. You know, I know what you want and expect from me. I'm okay with that. Ass cracks, Mexican words, and a segment today that I prepared for you with the help of Jordan called "Smell This." So wait and stick around because we're going to play a game called "Smell This."
Is Jordan going to show up to play?
No, smell this. Look at Rich trying to find a hat. He's
Yeah,
gonna
what's
pull out his
taking him
his
so long?
fucking 20-gallon cowboy hat. Hop along, Dickie. Woo!
Is he getting an array of hats?
What?
Is he getting an array of hats?
He has to connect two to fit.
I don't really have hats, so I just found one.
Men without hats.
It's your 49ers hat.
It's the only hat I found. Mark Zito gave me this at the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Let's see
It's
it on
like
your
a,
head.
it's like a,
Put it
what
on.
do you call these? Like a, it's not a fitted hat. It's like a shitty. It's almost like a dad fishing hat. Does that make sense?
That's a fit. That's like a
Yeah, but like I feel like I look stupid in a hat.
Looks
pretty
fine.
good.
I don't know. I just don't like.
Do me a favor. Turn it backwards. I want to see what you
You know
look
what's
like in a backwards
stupid? All
hat.
the stickers you have on it.
Well, it's not Spot. It's like one of these. Like,
You're like Key and Peele and dueling hats.
I think you'd look good in a backwards hat.
By the way, can I just say this for a fun fact? One of my favorite
That's too
comedy
shallow
skits-
of a hat. It's too shallow.
No,
one
no.
of my-
go
one of
for,
my-
go
Well,
watch
then
out. Let me see what it looks
perfect
like.
for Rich.
Well,
One of my
don't put it askew. Wear like a hat. Yeah, it's too shallow. Like I can't wear hats
Why
like
don't
that
you
because they're too
fucking
shallow.
adjust it like a normal person?
No, they're too shallow.
It's too loose
shallow.
on his head.
But it's too shallow too. He needs like a deeper hat.
I mean, there's all different kinds of hats, so you just got to find the right one.
We don't have our hats, dude.
Yeah, like this. Like I look stupid in a hat. If I wore a hat, you'd be like, "Why is this guy wearing a hat?
You need a different type of hat. That's a weak hat.
A fedora?
No,
Top
like
hat?
just like a
You like Sir Topham hat?
deeper, like a bigger, deeper hat.
I think that's fine. You're thinking about it too much.
I don't think it looks bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I
Your
just
mom's
feel
really in your head with this one.
Yeah.
I feel like I've lost hair.
This goes
from just
back-
wearing it.
I'm
10
telling you,
days.
this
goes
Turn it-
back to the
I wore
original
10
conversation.
seconds. I feel like I lost hair.
Turn it around.
Alejandro says you look like Fred Durst. Yeah! Chocolate starfish!
It's a good look for you.
I look like
You guys,
Baker Mayfield at a press conference.
Yeah, I think that's a good look for you. I wear backwards hats all the time.
Yeah.
They're great when you're driving in the car.
Bill says that's a child's hat. That's why. It's a child's hat.
I don't know. It's tough.
It's a schoolboy hat. You should wear those like those skateboarder hats with the fucking brim that flips
Oh,
up
like
real
the
high.
like the
a biker
White
hat.
Man Can't Jump hat?
Yeah, yeah, you should wear those. What are those
So
hats
what if I
called?
wear it forward and flip it? Like, what if I did like...
Yeah, like that. Yeah. What are those? Woo!
You look like Smalls when you wear a hat.
Are you done with
You
your
have that
dinner
big, like,
conversation?
Yeah, I'm
Goofy
done.
Smalls hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had like you said you had the au jus.
Don't forget, buy my hat.
So you ready to play Smell This?
I'm ready up. Yeah, whatever you guys do.
You need a beautiful hat like this with a big font. Let's get you a hat.
All right. Thank you
Get
guys
this
for your
man a hat.
support. And everyone's entitled to their wrong opinions, and everyone's entitled to expect a certain sort of quality from the show. But we can't cater specifically to everybody all the time. We can only do our best. So some conversations you're going to like, some you're not. Such is life. Rich liked the mac and cheese yesterday, but he didn't like his steak sandwich, his tri-tip. And what did we learn here so far? Covino and Rich were ahead of the trend. Yeah. We invented big fonts.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so now we're going to play a game called Smell This.
All right, well, we'll play a game
I
called...
try to keep things in our wheelhouse. I know my strengths.
All right, smell this. What do you got?
Smell this. Smell the milk. I don't know. What's it supposed to smell like? You smell it. I smelled it. Smells like milk. Who says that?
My
Smell?
wife. Who says that? I don't know.
Who says that?
What is it?
Smell the milk. Does it smell like milk? Smells like milk.
You know
What's milk supposed to smell like?
My wife is the worst of that. Sarah wants to throw anything out like immediately. Like the expiration date to her is like it might as well like it turns to poison on that day.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yo, it's not. Like Spot would lose his mind with Sarah because I know Spot's one that pushes it a bit with the expiration date. But if there's like a salad or meat or something where it's like best by what is today? Best by 118. If it says 117, she's like garbage. I'm like, Sarah, we could cook it today. It's a one day. Like, do you want a chance getting sick? I'm like, really? Okay.
By the way, Rolando brought up the greatest point of the day. The problem with that hat is it's missing a propeller on the top. That's what.
Yeah. No.
Actually, Richard looked best in a jester hat. That's what I think, with bells at the end.
Now you're talking.
All right, let's play a game called Smell This, because it's okay to be wrong and it's okay to grow, right? Yesterday, I think everyone missed the whole point of the conversation yesterday. Yesterday, I said, I think I'm wrong, but I don't really like it. I talked about fuzzy socks, and I was like, yeah, I always thought they were for women.
Fuzzy
But
britches.
population says, yeah, no, they're for everybody. Meanwhile, it's men and women that voted. Fuzzy socks, real divisive and divisive. I admit that I was kind of wrong about it, even though I'm still going to choose to do what I want. I even started the entire conversation prefacing that.
I'm nervous what I have to smell.
So was I. So anyway, it's not like there's no doo-doo on this or anything. There's nothing like, no fecal matter that I know of. So I admit now here on this show that I was
Oh, okay.
that I was wrong. Okay? Because I've always had a certain and specific stance, very stubborn stance on what I'm about to explain. So first, I'm going to play a game. For those of you, for the cheapskates at home who are for the supporters at home that are just listening.
Yeah.
It's a little, it's a garment bag. You get it in the
Okay.
mail. It's a garment bag, and there's clothes inside. And it's just one of Jordan's shirts.
Okay.
She came up to me yesterday and said, smell this. I was
Okay.
like, oh, hello to you too. So now I play the game called Smell This.
Okay.
It's just a shirt.
Will do.
Smell it.
Hold on. The only thing I usually smell
Yeah.
is my kid's ass. So
Why would you smell your kid's ass?
you never held the kid up
Oh, to see if they shit?
to see if they shit. I'll hold up.
don't do a little peek
You do a little
over?
poke, but sometimes you just hold them up and you go,
Yeah. Okay, well,
All right, here
just
we
take a
smell this.
I hope COVID nose doesn't ruin this moment, but take a nice little.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. Spot. Ready? Play a game called Smell This.
Let
Ready?
me get.
Spot.
Give it to me again.
Just the
I
shirt.
gotta
All right.
figure out what it
No, but
smells
let
like.
the Spot smell. You got it. Get it, Spot.
It's anywhere on the shirt.
Yeah, it's brand new shirt, by the way, out of the bag.
Give me the shirt one more time.
No,
I
no,
feel
no,
like I
I
have
know
to
what it smells
identify.
like.
Don't say it. Don't say what it is. I have to identify it. I'm gonna write it down. Please give me the shirt when you're done. You're
It
really giving it a good
smells
set.
like-
Wait,
Smell
save
this.
your thought of what it smells like. I need it one more time.
it smells like.
Here.
I know what it smells like.
Nice throw spot.
Thanks.
Smell. Rich is taking a deep whiff. I know what it smells like too. And it's just, hey, for those of you keeping score at home. Oh, this is an Abercrombie and Fitch shirt.
What is it?
Abercrombie, I guess.
Oh, that's a shirt. Can I put it on?
This is a little shirt.
Can I try
this
it
is
on?
a little Jordan shirt that she bought.
Looks like a Sophia Beverly shirt.
$45.
Jesus, I hope
This
she got
piece
it
of
on
shit?
sale.
All right, anyway. Is it really Abercrombie? I don't know.
Could I tell you what I think it smells like?
I know what it smells like.
What's it smell like?
And I'm not trying to be shocking.
Comes
Smells
here
like,
in a little plastic bag, extra small.
It smells like, honestly, like rancid homeless ass or like dirty pussy.
No.
It smells like
Interesting.
fucking
I mean,
like a
I don't know
hobo.
if there's a
It
correct answer, but I'm with you.
It smells like, honestly,
smells like fish.
You know, it smells like fish. It smells like
To me,
you know
it
what
smells like.
You know
to
when you
me,
go to a
no.
bathroom. You know when you go to a bathroom at a truck stop and you're like, yo, like what the person before here that took a shit probably didn't shower in a month. Like,
Okay.
To me, it smells like
this
dank.
is
It
getting
smells like
somewhere.
no. It smells like dank engine oil to me.
Dank engine oil. I think you need to sniff it again.
Spot. It smells
Think
like
fish.
honestly. It
Like
smells
I've,
like
I've gone under the
Ready?
hood of my car,
I'm being serious, Spot.
and it smells like a dank engine.
Maybe
Okay.
Spot. Consider yourself lucky then. Maybe Spot hasn't been with any dirty women in his life. That smells like a dirty fucking vagine.
So do you think there's some like fucking
Woman at the store that was like,
It's not from the store. It's from
yeah, shipping person. Someone.
Yeah.
Someone in China.
No, this came straight from the factory, and you said it, not me, Rich Davis. Rich Davis! Trump loving son of a bitch! I have this gripe, or this back and forth with Jordan now, all the time, for years.
Yeah.
I buy new clothes, right?
Bag smells nice.
And I don't wash them. And women especially are sticklers for this, right? You got to wash them before you put them on. I recently bought like a new pair of boxers, right? She's like, you better wash those before you put them on. I'm like, fuck outta here.
Oh, the boxer briefs that Vic sent us. I just wore them because I figured they might have Vic on them. No, I'm joking. I did not wear them. I did not wash them before I wore them.
Telling you, I had a change of heart like that dating show back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I had a change of heart, guys. Because these factory workers who are making 30 cents an hour don't give a diddly fuck about how your clothes smell, where they fall on the ground, if they were fucking wiping their dirty vagine on them, like Rich said.
I'm not trying to sound
Because
vulgar.
all
I'm not
they're
trying to
doing-
sound vulgar. You asked me the
This
truth.
smells like fucking fish, okay? Fish. Did it sit on a fucking boat for 3 months? Did it absorb all the stinky fucking sea stank?
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe a fish
Is it
broke into
someone's
the container
vagina?
and was trying it on.
Possibly.
Sea stank.
Did it sit in a fucking factory where everyone's eating fish all day? Was it lying in the corner? Did someone fucking rub their asshole doo-doo caca fingers on this? Maybe. And for years and years and years and years and years,
By the way, that
up until
garment
now, I never
definitely-
gave a fuck.
That garment definitely has COVID.
Yeah. COVID-ridden fucking garments
I
from the varmints. Now, hold on. I was always very stubborn. Like, it's brand new. I'm not going to throw it in the wash. It's brand new. You're going to wash it. It's going to come out all fuzzy and it doesn't look new anymore. The whole point of new, so it looks new.
Fuzzy britches.
Right? So I'm not
Stop
washing new clothes. I was against it. I was allergic to it. I was opposed to it. Now, change of heart. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I hate to say this, but Jordan's right. These fucking these cheap, poor factories where these people are working, not giving a fuck, these sweatshops, you think they care about the quality of what's going on with these fucking clothes? The sanitary aspects of this?
Yeah.
This smells like rotten vagina. It does. So if that's the case, maybe we should be washing our clothes before we put them on. This is common sense for a lot of ladies, especially here. But think about it. If a woman buys a pair of fucking underwear,
Yeah.
imagine putting this on before washing it. Like, that's got to be unsanitary. That's like unhealthy. So moving forward, yeah, I guess I got to wash all my clothes before I put them on, which is like something I feel like I'm against. But she really made the point yesterday when she's like, smell this. And I'm like, yeah, she's right.
Well,
I don't know if there's chemicals involved,
It's
but it's gross.
listen. It really, honestly, not sound vulgar. It smells like a dirty woman. It smells like a fish market. It
Do you
smells
wash
like
your clothes before you put them on?
Ever. I do not, but we wash our kids' clothes. I don't know, because maybe we
You're
probably,
trying to be extra safe.
you probably care about your kids more than yourself. But if I buy a shirt if I go to the mall and buy a new hoodie or sweatshirt or t-shirt, fucking just wearing it.
Same.
But when we get the kids' clothes, Sarah takes the tags off and washes them one time before the kids wear them.
I think it was
guess,
the first time I ever
Yeah.
did that as well.
But something like a jacket or like an if it's a layered thing, like a jacket or a hoodie that you never touch your skin with, I don't think I would ever wash it. There's things I've never washed. There's like jackets.
I try not to wash
There's-
it for as long as I can
There are
to
jackets.
keep that new look to it.
Let's say there's jackets. Like when we worked at ESPN and we were on TV every day, there's jackets that we'd wear on set for an hour because that's sort of the look, right? Like what do people wear when they're casual on television? You're not wearing sweaters or button downs. You're wearing like layers, like jackets over t-shirts.
What you're really
over-
wearing is someone's doo-doo caca finger
what
all
I'm-
over your clothes.
But what I'm saying is,
Some poor factory worker.
if you got some, Covino, let's say you went to Macy's and you bought some, I don't know, couple $100 over like a jacket. You ever washing that? You probably wore it
try
five
not to.
times. You probably wore it 5 times for a 30-minute show. I never washed it.
I mean, there's also a difference between, outer garments and undergarments, right? So I really have to say that, yeah, I think Jordan she fucking completely proved her point yesterday. This is why you got to wash your boxers, your briefies.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
sometimes though, I'll be honest.
smell this. And I picture, you know what I picture? Some hardworking person, no knock on the person. They just don't give a fuck for 30 cents an hour, overseas somewhere, fucking with a fish sandwich, fucking eating it while they're folding your clothes and shipping it out to some privileged fucking American. They're like, oh, fuck yourself. 30 cents an hour. Fuck you.
Maybe they were
rub their fucking fish fingers all over it and they fucking mail it to you.
Maybe-
And then we wear it like, yeah.
Maybe like they stored their fish sandwich in there while they went, like they had to like run to the bathroom or something.
It's possible.
The
Because it
reminder
smells that
here is,
bad.
guys, we're stubborn. We want to keep our things looking fresh, looking new, looking tight. You got to wash that shit. It's gross.
The only thing I will wash for myself, there are times it's never smelled like a hobo's butthole like that. But there have been times, times though where I've purchased something online and I get it. I'm like, it smells chemically like so it gets like they ironed on a logo or something. That I do wash those things. If I could smell like it smells like factory or something, I'll wash it. But I'll be honest, I've spent a lot of my life wearing stuff just.
Yeah, same. I
think
don't
there's a
want to
difference.
wash it.
I think there's a difference though.
I don't want to wash it. New meant new to me.
Yeah, but there's a difference though, bro, between two things because we live in a different world now. Not with Kadeem Hardison.
No, think about it. All these clothes that your women get from these random websites, the Sheen, the Shines,
That's
whatever
the difference,
fuck
bro.
that is,
I think,
and all these
I
other.
think you have to change your mindset based on what you're about to say. If I went to the mall, old school style, and let's say I went to the Lucky store and I bought a new fucking sweater, it's sitting there folded in a fresh store in my mind.
Still gross.
Now,
Other people are trying it on,
but I'm saying like that to me, I'm probably wrong, but to me, I'll just wear that. But if I got something
that's
shipped
still
here,
coming from a factory.
from like China, then it's gonna smell.
It's gonna smell again. Unsanitary factories, doo-doo caca fingers.
You know what
It
doesn't
sat on
smell?
a boat. It fucking was overseas.
This hat
Smells like crabs.
is made in the USA via China.
This thing was fucking stored next to king crab leg somewhere, and it smells like ass. And when I smelt it yesterday, I felt like sick afterward. Like, oh, you just infested me. Whatever the funk of 40,000 years.
Oh,
the
you
Jake
got-
Funk.
you got the
I got
new-
the Jake Funk.
No, you got the new variant.
Yeah, just from smelling it. I'm like, why would you do that to
What's
me?
the next one?
But I'm
You
trying
got
to
the
prove a
ew.
point. I'm trying to prove a point. And that point is, a lot of us don't wash our clothes before we wear them.
Yeah, Covino
I
got
think
the
we
Ehu
must,
variant.
especially
That's-
if you have kids.
That's my takeaway. You have the Ehu variant now. And by the way, Spot, is it true that Omicron?
Is this the other thing you're trying to bring up controversial?
No.
discussions?
Are they saying that it's like fading down in big cities now? Is Omicron fading? Fading. But yeah, clean your clothes. Wash your ass.
I mean, it might be common sense to a lot of people, but it's most guys especially don't wash new clothes until they fucking sharten them. Then they wash them. All right, so smell this. Wash your new clothes. Wash your ass.
That was a fun game. Smell this.
Fun game. All right, now it's getting late early.
Oh, the 1 week I don't bet on football heavily.
Yeah.
It's just so typical, right? It's like I told you yesterday, my dad was all mad at me. He's like, how come you didn't bet more?
Oh, I was a little disappointed.
He's like, you do these bets every week. that you're like not so sure of. And he's like, all week you were so confident about your picks. I was 6 for 6 against the point spread with the playoff bets. Yet I only won like $100, a couple $100 because I bet light. If I would have done a $50 parlay, like, here's all 6 games, that would have paid out over $2,000. But again, what did I say about the Arizona Cardinals? I'm allowed to brag because I've been so wrong on so many things that I told you the Cardinals are a good team, but they got fucking wrecked last night. They're done.
Wrecked them. Damn near killed them.
You see the one interception that Kyler Murray threw in when he was about to get...
That was pathetic.
They were about to get a safety.
That was so sad.
And he was like...
Whoa, like a hot potato. It was horrible.
Fucking flung it up.
Rams 34, Cardinals 11. It was 21-0 at the half. An embarrassing game where you saw the Cardinals just scrambling to find answers and figure it out, and they just looked like they were not ready or
you even
prepared.
agree?
They didn't have any answers for the Rams yesterday. And it was pathetic.
Would you go as far as to agree that the score isn't even indicative of how bad it was?
Yeah, it's not, it absolutely wasn't. It was 21-0, but it felt like 41-0 at the half.
Yeah. I mean,
and
the
'cause
final
they couldn't do anything.
The final was 34-11. That game might as well have been 50-0.
Yeah, and
it was bad.
OBJ put on a show, reminded everybody why he was OBJ. And the Rams now face the Buccaneers, and I'm wondering what you think about that. You're the guru.
That's the one
6
game.
for 6.
That's the one game.
6.
Well, now I'm
going
going to go 0 for. Now I'm going to go 0 for 4 because you know what I love in all of these games. It's impossible because it'll never happen. I love all the underdogs.
You know what I thought?
I love all the dogs. Honestly, not to be. I haven't really analyzed it enough to make my official picks. But
do you like my underdog?
You have great underdog.
I do have great underdog.
But
in
if
my ABC pants.
I mean, it's not preposterous because all the underdogs are not huge underdogs. It's not like they're double-digit preposterous underdogs. But
I got a huge underdog.
I like the Bengals to beat the Titans. Not preposterous as an underdog.
Nah.
I like the Bengals. I mean,
all these matchups are really interesting.
I think the Packers should win, but I would not be surprised if my 49ers won. They're an underdog. The Rams to beat the Bucks. I like the Rams. I
believe that. But
by the way, they're an underdog.
I'm rooting for Brady. I'm sorry.
And I like Josh Allen in Buffalo. In Kansas City, they're an underdog. I like the Bengals, Bills, Niners, and Rams, all the underdogs. But I'm not. I still have to look at the games. I got to see 49ers injuries play a role. It looks like Bosa is going to be fine. It looks like Fred Warner is going to be fine. But these are not big stretches, though, because they're all like field goal underdogs. So it's not.
If you want to see big stretches, you should watch Spoga every Sunday.
Oh, yeah, when he just,
Behind the velvet rope, when Spot does his yoga, has some big stretches. If you want to see big stretches, there's video of Rich's ass cheeks in the early 2000s. Oh. No, they're not big stretches. Every matchup there is a good one. I'll tell you that. So I'm excited about what's to come in the NFL. But
can we play a game?
The Cardinals look like ass cheeks.
Can we play a game real quick?
Over under on how much Sarah spent.
Oh, yeah, hold on. But first, can you smell that shirt? No, smell that shirt.
It's a game called Smell This.
It's a game called Smell This, and tell me what I think it smells like.
Come around. I want to see your reaction.
Brand new shirt. It's a brand new shirt, though. From the factory. Brand new shirt.
Don't smell it yet.
Don't smell it yet. Brand new shirt.
You do know that's like a horrible sense of smell, right?
Smell this.
No, like the worst sense of smell.
All right, well, here. Take,
I have COVID
Come
nose.
over here for a
Smell
second
this.
and
I
give
smelled
it a
it.
smell.
Oh my god.
The point was, you always have to wash your clothes before you wear them.
I mean, is it wrong to say it smells like a dirty woman? Like it smells like
smells like
ass?
fish.
It smells like fucking fish or like hobo ass? Jordan got that shipped to her, and we're saying that's a reason maybe why you
She's
should.
like, that's why you.
Is that why we wash the kids' clothes before when we get them?
I always watch the kids.
See?
Oh, you're not done. You're not done. We wanted to play a game because Sarah went to Target this morning and said, "I just need to get dish soap," and Spot said, "Oh yeah, just dish soap."
like
so
that guy.
let's play a game of what did Sarah really get at Target?
Wait.
It was really. Do I give a hint or
No. I want to know.
Wait. I want to guess the amount.
All right, so you said
I want to, because she said dish soap and.
I said dish soap, milk,
Milk.
oatmeal.
Okay. I'm going to
And
say.
like a blanket from Chip and Joanna.
yeah, add $80. That's like their only high price shit at Target. The Chip and Joanna collection.
Because it's Valentine's Day is coming up, so I'm sure she got some decorations.
No, I already covered that.
Okay.
I already got the corny shit.
I'm going to say $324.
I'm gonna say
No, she wasn't there long enough.
Can I say what I actually did get, which will absolutely probably change y'all's guesses?
Sure.
Well, hold on. You said dish soap, oatmeal, and milk. which should be a bill of like $20 or under, 3 items, oatmeal. I need a few things after I drop Emmy off. I'm going to say it went from $20 to $120.
I'm sticking 3.
You're sticking with 3?
324.
$265.
What,
$1. $1.
What did you get?
I bought us all new bedding for our bed, all like legit, like
Cha-ching.
new pillows, new.
Yes.
New,
I mean, we needed that, but
No,
we didn't. We needed it, but this now makes it.
and more food and more snacks and a few things for Emmy. It was.
But it was one of those. Target told you what you needed. What is the grand total?
My boss is calling me. I gotta go.
What's the grand total?
Jeremy's calling me. I gotta go. Bye.
But what's the grand total? We need to know.
360.
I'll look because I get the fucking updates anyway.
I
I don't know how to disable that. All of a sudden, I started getting
told you 324.
Capital One gives me an alert every time someone swipes the card.
By the way, have you bought a knife yet?
I never micromanage any of my purchases or Sarah's, but it makes you ask when you feel like I'm not asking because I'm checking up on you, but yo, you're sitting on the couch. Like, did we really just order something for like $82?
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
you don't know if it's a scam, but now I feel like I'm checking up on her. Let's see. I'll tell you.
Hey, Spot, pull up that clip
Has she
from
bought
that guy
have you bought knives yet?
Knives? No, but it's so funny. I was at the Dollar Tree the other day getting something for Emmy, getting some like Valentine's Day shit for school. And I was like, you know what?
$1.
I should temporarily buy. They had one big steak knife for $1, and I was like, I should buy that until I get a block of knives.
Rich. Come on.
$1.25. I'm sorry.
At least buy like a $20 knife from Target.
I'll get a nice block of knives. I have to go to Capital One and sign in because Sarah's fucking stubborn and wouldn't tell me.
Well, pull up that clip of real store advertisements and how they should be. Rich sent it to us. It's a TikTok video, and it involves Target.
Yeah, we have a lot of miles. That just means we spent too much money.
There's a clip. There's a guy who laughs at other people's content, basically, and he laughs at other people's memes.
I can't stand people that
I
steal
know.
other
I know.
people's content.
Spot hates that, and then he goes viral with other people's content.
Oh no.
How much?
Oh no.
Five hundo?
It was at least 500. At least. Based on that reaction, at least 500. Are you gonna tell us?
I'll give what's that game on
Is it card charge?
Price is Right where you just keep guessing like high low until you get the exact amount.
Is it the yodel guy?
I don't know. What is it?
All right, I'll give you. We have 1 minute on the clock, and I'll do high low until you get it. And if you could get it within 30 seconds, you win the Price is Right showdown.
All right.
425.
Ready? Go.
425.
Higher.
465.
Higher.
500.
Higher.
550.
Higher.
580.
Higher.
620.
Higher.
700.
Lower.
685.
Lower.
655.
Higher.
675.
Higher.
678.
Higher.
682.
Lower.
680.
Lower.
679.
Yes.
679. That's a lot of flow. I thought she has to run that by you. Anything over 500.
That is a lot of oatmeal and milk.
Yeah, bro. That's a lot of dish soap.
That's a lot of dish soap.
Oatmeal, milk. Oatmeal is what? What's the big can of the
Oh,
1
a
minute
canister
oats?
of a canister of oatmeal.
Whoop-ass. That's what you're gonna get
A can-
for that.
what is the-
Canisters of oatmeal is like $2.49.
All right, $2.49 for a canister of oatmeal. What she gets the quick oats? You know what
it's
that?
like $2.49.
All right, $2.49 because Emmy has oatmeal every morning.
That's a lot of
maybe
flow at
three,
Target.
maybe $3.99 depending on the brand.
Milk is probably $5.99 for a gallon, right?
For a gallon,
Yeah, like
maybe a little
$5.99.
less, like $4.79.
She gets the organic shit though.
Okay,
Sure. So,
$5.
so let's say $6.
$6.
And what's the other thing?
Dish soap. You
Dish
can
soap,
you
like-
can get the big Gain dish soap, or not Gain, but like Dawn.
The Dawn for
The big Dawn is usually $1.99. $2.99.
$2.99. So
Let's say $2.99.
So you're looking at that.
He's a
Should have been-
Gainiac.
So you're saying Sarah should have been like, babe, $12.
$6.79.
That's fucking bonkers.
Told you.
That's a lot
Target.
of flow.
I knew it. I called it.
And that's not even counting all the candy bars she bought
Well,
from the little kids outside.
I'll back her up that
Sarah's like, I'll buy the whole box.
I'll back her up that we
I mean,
need
bedding's
new,
not cheap.
we needed new bedding.
What kind of bedding did you get? Fucking 1,000-count Egyptian cotton?
Well, I mean, I think about it. If our bedroom is like one of the
Better wash
last.
them. They probably smell like
Our
ass.
bedroom is one of the last things.
Yeah, it took you a month to put your bed together.
It's one of the last things we've done. Like just the other day, Sarah, we.
Does she have a by the way, does she have a red card?
No.
Do you have you guys got to get a Target card. If
Yeah,
she's spending
Rocket
this
Dog
much,
said that.
I know that's why I said it. If she's getting this much from Target, you guys need something that
It's really not a lot when you think of the big picture because when we moved in, 6 months ago, we've been using like old mismatching sheets. Like our bedroom's like the one thing. It's to go back to our conversation the other day. Everyone goes through these moving issues, house, condo. When you move in, there's always the one room that is the last. Like it's
That's
your
still
dump
a lot,
room.
though. You go to Bed Bath & Beyond where you're 20% off. Bedding doesn't cost that much.
like a comforter is like what $2.
Yeah, but I'm talking if
Did you
if
buy
you're,
Wait, did you buy a comforter?
if you're
Probably
getting
got the duvet.
no, but I'm saying if you get a spot, what I'm saying is if you get all new bedding, and this is something that we needed to do that we haven't done for our house. It's our master bedroom in our house, and we were using like mismatching sheets from like old apartments that we lived in. It was our bedroom had become our quote dumping ground where
Can I see what you bought?
everything. Yeah, I would love to see what you got. In fact, I'll go get it in a second. But if you think about it, I guess duvet cover, covers, pillows, throw pillows, blankets, sheets, everything. I guess it is going to be
throw
hundreds of
pillows.
dollars,
Yeah,
right?
that
I mean,
adds
what are you
up.
going to, it's our master bedroom. We're not going to, you going to buy the cheapest shit?
You get a Boucher cover, like Bobby Boucher, instead of a duvet.
What changed from the apartment to the house, Bill? Storing things in the garage. Some shit got ruined because like stuff got in it. So we had to throw out a bunch of stuff. Would have saved over $30 with the red card. Yeah, we need the red card.
Told you.
Well,
I mean, you get points back on your card, but
let's see if you could find
Yeah.
out what cost 700 beans. So it's getting late early.
should have gone to Marshalls. Could have gotten those for like $10.
Do you want to pull up that clip from Target that
I have
we
it.
mentioned? All right, yeah. Here's a guy who gives you what the real ads should be to some of your favorite
Oh, did
stores.
I sent that to you? I love this guy. This is the guy that I
this
like
guy.
that you guys make fun of. I think he's likable.
I just hate people that steal other people's content and laugh at it.
If companies were honest, Hot Pockets, every bite is a different temperature, yes. Chick-fil-A, you always crave it on Sundays. This is a fact. IKEA, we throw in extra parts just to mess with you. It's not okay. Netflix, spend more time searching than actually watching. Gosh. Target, expect to buy one thing, pay for 30 items. This happens every time. Icy, instant brain freeze.
There it is. There's
If
the guy.
companies were
What was
honest.
the Target one? If companies were honest,
It was
go for one item,
Go
pay
f-
for 30.
yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
expect.
She was going there for dish soap.
Expect to pay for one thing, pay for 30 items.
Wash the sheets before using them, yes.
That's the point.
You.
That's something exactly that
Well,
I
sheets
would
you should
not
always
do.
wash.
And,
wanna-
and
I mean,
Jordan would be like, we got to wash them
It
first. I'd be like,
softens them
I mean,
why?
because it softens them.
Do you mind if I take a moment to go get the comforter
Go
or
get
something?
them,
I'll get
please.
something. I want to see what we got, at least in some capacity.
Bring it, and I'll get into Rando News spot. Hit it, Rando News.
Oh, Rando News?
Yeah, bro.
$6.79.
That's a lot of
That's
flow.
a lot of
By the
flow.
way, breaking news: Sarah just spent $700 on Target fucking duvets. It's a lot of flow, I think. Even if you got the comforter and the duvet, right? Like what she get? Like goose fucking down comforter with duvet. Even that, I don't think is like $700-800.
Yeah, you can get a nice comforter for like $2, I think. Let's see, Target.
She must have got that Chip and
.com.
Joanna shit, bro.
She definitely
that
did.
expensive shit.
She definitely did. Fucking Chip Gaines is like comes and folds it for you.
Breaking news. Here it is.
Here's some of the bigger ticket items, I guess.
I mean, those are
Pillows?
nice. Those are nice.
How many? Oh, you get.
look
Oh,
nice.
now you have to take off like 20 pillows before you go to sleep.
You better wash them, bro. Those pillows smell like ass.
Smell like farts.
Old school vintage.
Smell like doo-doo caca
pillows.
fingers.
These pillows we have in the living room that we love, so I guess Sarah bought them for the bedroom too. And like, just
Oh, that's a nice throw.
like $100 one.
Casa Luna, bro.
Casa Luna.
Casa Luna's
Casa
expensive.
fucking loco.
Casa Luna. That blanket's like $300.
Yeah, $300.
Hey, it looks good. I like the stuff she got.
But is that it though? No.
No, that's
Oh, okay. That's the big ticket stuff.
Anything else?
Where are the sheets?
No. I don't have an issue. I like it.
I want to know what.
like it.
I want to know what like sheets and bedding you bought. Is it just pillows?
Yo, bro.
Is it just pillows?
Give me the one shot. $700 for that? Fuck out of here. That's craziness. Just kidding.
Outside to inside.
In other news, all right. In other news, I got the stupid shit, right? Because no one comes here for our Trump opinions.
Oh.
Unless you want to hear Rich Davis.
Samantha D. Trump.
There was an Englishman spot. An Englishman.
Speak for yourself. Where am I? Speak
You know
for
what?
yourself.
Everyone comes here for this.
Spot, I don't think I sent you this story. Did I?
No.
I'm not sure I sent you this story.
Which story?
There's an Englishman, right? Who he was like a.
Wait a second.
By
What
the
is
way, we
this?
got a bunch of these. They look cool, but I don't know what they're for. Oh, bring those in. How much do those cost? But I know we need to do laundry. But how much is
Those are $17.99 each.
Okay, I'm not mad at all.
$17.99
I'm
each.
actually, to be honest, I'm glad
hitting the
I'm
cameras.
glad you proactively did it. To be honest, you may think I'm a stickler. I'm not. One of my biggest complaints about Sarah is that we don't follow through with doing these things. So the fact that you proactively went out there and was like, all right, let's get the fucking bedroom done. I'm actually
Can I
happy.
see that little basket again?
This little basket's cute.
$60.
That basket has
No,
feet.
actually, this basket's $5. I don't mind that. This is cute. Little basket.
Feet. What's the brand on it?
Little plant in it. Planter on stand.
That was a
One
hat.
count.
I thought it was a hat, Rich.
Let's see.
You got a little planter on a stand, but you don't have countertops.
It's a fez. It's
Tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, expect noise possibly.
I don't give a shit.
Countertops
If it means you
tomorrow.
have encounters, I don't care.
Oh, I'd say.
You better wash those counters. You're going to smell like fish.
Is that a real plant?
No, but it looks nice.
That's cool. I do like that.
I'm shitting it.
Keep it here. Keep it here.
Yeah, keep it in the center.
All right. So check out this story. I thought it was an interesting spot. I sent it to you if you want to pull up the visual, okay?
You can put Viper on. I'll move. What are you doing?
Oh.
Viper's like, really? $6.79?
All right.
Really?
Viper's like, this is riveting.
Where'd you buy me?
Yeah.
No, they're good. Keep them. We're good. Oh. No, there's nothing here.
What about the bedding? I want to know about the bedding. Or was it just the pillows? Is the pillows the bedding?
Pillows, bedding, everything. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. It's going to look great. Also, you know what I'll do later on today? At Covino and Rich, I'll post the end result of what the bed looks like. I'm sure it'll look beautiful.
And you have a plant on a stand, but you don't have a knife.
I like it. I don't have a knife. Fucking knife. I'm sorry.
You should tell Sarah to buy a metal detector next time. Here's why. An amateur metal detectorist found one of England's earliest gold coins in a field.
Is that a real word? Detective? Oh, what is it? A detectorist?
Yeah. Amateur metal detectorist. But you got to see this bad boy, Spot. I sent it to you.
Oh, you sent it to me?
Yeah. An amateur metal detectorist who discovered what is thought to be one of England's first gold coins. And think of how far that history goes, right?
Oh.
Could see a payday.
I'm a gold coin.
Guess how much? High or low? Let's play the high-low game.
Okay. That gold coin.
This gold coin that this
it's on the-
amateur
it's on the
metal
fucking-
detectorist, the Henry III gold penny, was
Henry
unearthed
III.
on a farmland in Devon. What is it going for?
Fucking like $2 million, like an art piece.
You did the
It's
fucking,
going.
Oh, really?
You did the
No,
whose theory is that?
a pretty penny. It's going for a pretty penny. I know.
I
No,
got it
but
right.
Rich did the Jim Norton.
I
Is it
know.
Jim Norton who says overshoot this, always overshoot it, and it ruins the game.
I know.
Oh, no. I just thought like if major artwork pieces
Yeah.
sell for millions, if you tell me this is the oldest gold coin ever, in my mind, like, wouldn't it be a fucking $1 million?
It's a penny,
$679 at Target.
and it's worth $500,000. But still, it's an amateur guy with a fucking metal detector. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, no. Oh.
$500,000.
Sarah just
Pretty
picked it
good
up
though.
at Target.
I thought that was dope.
No, it is.
Now
I'm
that
sorry.
you said fucking $2 million, it ruins it.
Well, I thought $2 million only because you're telling me it's the oldest gold coin ever found. So
I mean,
like,
it's
in my
still,
mind,
it was valued at a penny. I think that's pretty
Wait,
impressive.
how much?
It's valued at $500,000. So Rick from pawn shops would give you fucking $10.
Well, my thought, Covino, is if NFTs are selling for fucking $500,000 of fucking apes, the oldest coin ever found by man is the same price?
the rare King Henry III gold coin, which was worth 20 silver pennies when it was minted in 1257, could reach 500 million.
500 million!
Holy shit!
You idiot!
500 million!
What did you say?
I
He
said
said
500,000.
Are you an idiot?
500
I
million.
swear you said million.
That's why when
No,
that's
no,
why. So my $2 million
I misread
guess
it.
was actually you idiot.
I thought you said 200 million.
I was impressed with 500,000.
Half a billion.
500 million. Holy fuck.
Dummy.
That's craziness.
You know what I find fascinating though It says
Wait,
in
hold
the,
on.
no,
hold
it's
on.
I think it's
because it says here nearly $500,000.
yeah, it's there's
See, but
something.
why does it say that?
I think it's a misprint because in the caption it says could fetch $500 million in auction.
Yeah, pull that up. I'm not the idiot. It says two different things.
Well, you sent me a screenshot, so it
Well,
doesn't
pull
help.
it up. This is courtesy of CNN, I
You
believe.
sent me a screenshot, so it doesn't help. Let me see. How much information?
Yeah, CNN. All right, so
is that your COVID? Is that your COVID eye coming into play?
no, it says $500 million in auction, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
No, but right here it says could soon see a payday for nearly $500,000, unless they meant to write $500 million.
Yeah. Now there's a misprint or something going
They
on.
wrote
But hey, guess what, Covino? Regardless, pretty cool.
Yeah, some
Pretty
fucking
cool find,
nerd with a metal detector. Yeah, waiting on nerd with your fucking earmuffs on.
I think it's a misprint.
I don't know what it is then, because it says two different things in the same article.
I would hate to think the oldest coin found by man is
only
less
worth
money than
$500,000?
an NFT from Logan Paul. But hey, what do I know?
But $500 million then? That sounds nuts
Dude,
too.
how much is a Honus Wagner rookie card? Millions. It's a fucking baseball card. This is the oldest coin.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
What's-
It's the CNN got it wrong. It's the Henry III gold penny, Spink and Son auction.
Spink and Son.
Spink and Son in the UK has a valuation starting at $273,000, and the coin could fetch as much as $546,000. So it's $500,000. You were
All
right.
right, well, then I was right originally, but still, all right. So just think about it. You see this fucking nerd. We all see these nerds, and there's something cool about it. It brings back that childhood sort of fantasy, at least for me, where I'm like, that's awesome. What are they finding? I want to, maybe they're going to find a Figaro chain. What's that? What's a Figaro? You know, I'm always
Figaro.
intrigued by that. As a little kid, I was like, beep, beep, beep. I always thought that was the coolest thing ever.
I always wanted it.
As an adult, you're like, what a fucking loser.
I always wanted a metal detector.
Me too, as a kid,
I
right?
wanted one of those like sweet, dope, high-powered telescopes
As a kid, I always thought that was the dopest.
and a metal detector.
Rich, you might find this cool, maybe not at all. But I saw this just online in passing, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. John Lester recently announced his retirement.
I saw that.
But did you see this? He spent the majority of his career with the Red Sox and the Cubs. And do you know his numbers are exactly the same? It's like astronomically like preposterous. His ERA with the Red Sox and the Cubs, both 3.64. And his winning percentage was both at 636. That's consistency.
It's, you know what it is? A lot of times there'll be a guy. It's very
They say,
rare.
What a career, a true pro's pro. I, as a Yankees guy, always was like, fuck that guy. But he also played at the end of his career 2 years with St. Louis and Oakland. But the majority of his career as a Red Sox and a Cub, his numbers were identical. It's kind of cool. Just throwing that out there. And speaking of baseball, after 21 years, Francisco Liriano announced his retirement today, I believe. So a long career in MLB. You don't see it that often anymore. 21 years as a pitcher. I know him best as a twin, Francisco Liriano. But he bounced around.
Yeah, you know, back to the Lester thing.
Yeah.
It's a terrible name because it always rhymes with molester.
True.
That's
Actually,
one.
the word molester, his name is in the word.
Yeah, so it's terrible when your name is Lester.
It sucks when your name is Mo.
But it's very rare, like a King Henry III coin. Very rare.
It's very rare.
It's very
500
rare.
million.
It's very rare when an athlete in any sport has such identical numbers that you really can't decide where they were better.
Yeah.
And I say that because for a while I was like, you know who a great example is? And not just because he was a Met. Piazza is a great example because you're like,
Consistent.
is he
Yeah.
better? Was he a better Dodger or Met?
Met.
And statistically, way better Dodger, but
Was it? It was
impactful as a
significant?
Met. But like, you're never gonna find a guy that played for two teams. Maybe Ricky Henderson. Like, was he a better A or Yankee?
Well, he played with the A's a lot.
I know.
longer.
So it probably an A.
Yeah.
Very rare. Like Keith Hernandez, probably a better Cardinal, even though the Mets are retiring his number. Gary Carter, probably a better Met, or would you say an Expo? Like,
Well, that brings up an interesting conversation that we could say for Fox
Yeah.
Sports. Honestly, it's like
There's-
people who struck gold twice and were consistent with two different
but
organizations.
like, all right, for
John
instance,
Lester would be the great example here.
Think of any star that changed teams, right? It's usually going to be at the end of their career. Like, all right, Peyton Manning, way better as a Colt, but he won a Super Bowl as a Bronco, but that was the end of his dwindling career. Wade Boggs.
Albert Pujols.
Wade Boggs, way better Red Sox, but he was good as a Yankee, won a World Series, but he's a Red Sox. Albert Pujols fucking dominated the Cardinals on the Cardinals.
Angels.
Man. It's always, for instance, Max Scherzer. We're going to look back and be like,
He killed it for both
he
teams.
killed it for a lot, but unless he does a great...
Nolan Ryan would be a good one.
Nolan Ryan, in my
Because
mind?
he dominated always.
That's a good
Clemens is another good one. Dominated with the Red Sox, dominated with the Blue Jays, dominated with the Yankees. So Lester, identical numbers. It's not even like, oh, he was good on both. Identical.
By the
Talk
way,
about consistent.
Speaking of baseball, there's a guy that
By the way, he's 38 years old.
Call
So
me
he's done.
call me estupido.
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 Ricardo
But
Estupido.
there's a guy that was suspended that
Like Rich Davis.
Estupido.
I forgot this guy was still in baseball because, sometimes a guy gets suspended and he's injured and you're like, oh, wait, he's still around? The Mets were off the hook. Well, they're never off the hook.
They're on the hook.
But I think they were off the hook. And by the way, the Mets are like the 4th highest favorite team in Vegas to win the World Series. So stupid. Well, they've proved nothing yet. I'm a Mets fan. They've proved not 4th highest odds. Why? Because they got Scherzer and Sterling Marte? Baseball starts in 5 weeks, pitchers and catchers.
Saw that.
But the crazy part is,
Rich, if you were going to show up, which day would you show up for?
definitely catchers.
Okay.
You forget that Robinson Cano is still on the Mets roster. And they're talking about the National League after all this.
Robinson Cano, fun fact, most hits in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Most hits from 2000 to 2010.
But Robinson Cano is one of those guys that I consider retired, washed, fucking disgraced. But they're saying if the National League has a DH, which is possible, they're like, well, who would each National League's DH be? So I just read down the list, and when they got to the Mets, I'm like, oh, who would them? Maybe Dominic Smith. And it's like, well, Robbie Cano. I'm like, Robbie Cano? Oh, fuck, that's right. He's healthy, and he served his suspension. Does he have any fucking gas left in the tank?
Steroided complications, steroid suspension.
Steroids and injuries.
Fucking disgraceful because he was a Hall of Fame
type of guy. Caliber player.
Shoo-in, I think. So I just found that interesting. Stats are always interesting to me. And like I said, Lester, 38. Francisco Liriano, also retiring. That's baseball news. Baseball starts, pitchers and catchers in 5 weeks.
Can I give you one thing? It'll be a good palate cleanser.
I'm not done with the rando news unless you're continuing.
Oh, no. Go on, then. I'm sorry. I thought in between stories, I thought it would be a good palate cleanse. But go on.
In between the news, maybe.
Okay. Go ahead, newsboy.
Betty White. Did you see the Google trend yesterday? It was very nice. Spot. Did you like it?
I don't know if they still have it up. Let me see if it happens.
But if you typed in Betty White yesterday on her birthday,
little pop-up,
little thank you for being a friend. Betty White.
Oh, it does.
She would have been 100 years old yesterday, and Google honored it. Yeah. That's what happened.
Well, thank you for
Rose
being
petals
a friend.
and thank you for being a friend.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool.
In Betty White news, not to sound like a vain jerk-off, but Betty White's like publicist and best bud.
I saw that.
Was like, here's the last living picture we think of Betty White.
All smiles to the end.
And not that she looked bad. She's 99, but it's like not a glamour shot of her. So in my mind, Betty White always looked glamorous to me. Even when she was 99.
Yeah, it wasn't the best pick. I agree.
So like, you could say, stop being a vain asshole. Say it. Say it.
Stop being a Rich Davis.
But in my mind, if I'm Betty White, well, she's dead. She doesn't care about anything now. But Betty White was known of, she almost had like a matte finish glow. Like she was a fucking beautiful old lady that
like
was
a Mario Lopez glow?
Yeah, she had a matte finish. But the last picture of Betty White, I thought it was like an unflattering one. It's like, let everyone imagine Betty White as a golden girl. Stop it. Like, why even post this picture?
It's like, yeah.
She looked like she was old and sicker or something. Like, I don't like it. I get it, Spot. It's real life. But we had this imaginary, like, oh, Betty White has her caked on makeup. She's like an old lady with her classy little jewelry on and sports coat. Like, you pictured Betty White as a golden girl. Spot. That picture, like, why? I don't want to see that.
I mean, she's an old woman.
Yeah, but
that's what
is that the last vision?
That's what, Rich, I'm sorry to tell you. That's what 99-year-old women look like.
Yo, bro, but I'm saying we were greatly convinced that Betty White never looked like that.
That's what my grandmother looked like.
Spot, my grandmother looked like that. My grandmother went from being beautiful.
Your grandmother looked fantastic. When we went to visit her that one time, she looked fantastic.
My grandmother.
No.
How old was she?
My grandmother was 90 something.
She looked fantastic.
My grandmother was one of those people that didn't get enough credit in my family. Like when you look at like my family tree, if there's any good looking genetics in my family, like my grandmother who just passed away in Florida, like old
She
pictures
changed
of
the
her.
family stars?
She did. She was like,
Before she got
I think
involved,
Grandma Nanny
The
Mary
Davis family were like,
warlocks. I'm not saying my ancestors were ugly, but I think if someone
you're
brought
like the Munsters.
if someone brought
Yeah.
the good genetics,
The Dempseys were living in bell towers.
yeah.
my grandfather
they used to ring bells.
my mom's parents, my grandfather looked like me with a big nose and big ears, but then again, that was also because he was old, so maybe at one point he did look like me.
She was like Belle.
But my dad's mom was like a fucking. She was like a model. She was beautiful, but like when you're old, you forget when they're younger.
That was my grandmother.
We're all gonna be fucking old and ugly one day.
My grandmother was quite the looker when she was younger.
You said looker, right? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Really?
So
Yeah, Betty. You know what? I agree with Rich.
show you
And who
a
was
young
the
photo
fucking
of my
assistant
grandmother.
to release that photo?
yeah, like I mean.
I don't know. I agree with Rich on that one.
So Betty White, bringing her up.
I'm going to bring up a story real quick. This is a palate cleanse in itself, Rich. I know you have one, but
I have one that'll make you laugh.
yeah, this one will make you laugh too because this is an untrue story.
Look at this photo of my grandmother when she was young.
Oh yeah, Spot.
Right?
Yeah, beautiful.
Her.
Are we sharing grandma pics? Let me
Do
see
you
what I
want
got. Let me see what I got.
Actually, Spot.
Let me see what I got.
What, like old ones?
Yeah, let's see what our grandma. Oh, let's see.
I
our,
sent
our,
one of you, Spot. I
Look
sent
at
one of-
Emily.
Our grandmas were lookers back in the day.
I saw one-
And let me tell you, the sword side,
Hot or warlocks?
like a rough, like old Italian, like
so dad's
picture-
side,
picture
dad's
an
side
old-
was not good.
no, picture like an old Italian, like like nonna, like Stregonona, like like her photo, like somewhere I have to find it. Somewhere I have her her
Spot, I sent you like
or
a-
like her naturalization or like her passport photo when she came over.
Not.
I'm like this. They look unhappy, and it's
Well, like, then again, old people in old pictures were told not to smile, right? Weren't they like
I have a
like
photo.
stoic?
like you on your passport photo.
Yeah, everyone took a passport photo back then.
There's a photo of my grandparents that looks fantastic. I have to find it.
Well,
That'll be hard to find for me right now. So
I'll find it while you're telling
Oh,
your story because I know I actually had a few grandma photos on standby.
I
Just like-
sent a picture of me with both of my
about-
grandparents the other day to you and Spot to see like where I come from. Like, hey, this is why I am who I am.
Okay.
Here's my nana. Here's my tita. They couldn't be more opposite. I sent you that photo the other day. Did you see that? Spot?
which one of your grandmothers was an
Pretty-
NBA
you know
star?
what?
A WNBA star?
Kind of rude. I sent a picture of like, hey, here's me with my gram. Neither one of these jerk offs responded. Kind of rude,
did?
you
I don't
know.
remember
I don't remember it either.
Yeah,
Maybe it
you
didn't
don't
go through.
remember.
Maybe it
You
didn't
were-
go through
you were
because I would
busy
have
fucking- you were busy taking a shit.
I would
That's
have
what
at
you were
least
busy
given you the heart
Yeah.
emoji
No,
or something
no,
like
no one even
"Oh,
responded.
Beautiful.
No one responded.
look at
Don't
this
even
photo.
try it. Don't even try it.
This is my grandparents.
Wow, look at
On
these
my mom's side, though.
Look at that Sorge nose right there.
That's a Manzella nose.
I see I
Manzella?
see the Manzella nose.
But see, my grandmother. Really,
The Manzellas know what's up.
Yeah,
That
they
guy
do.
knows how to fucking
knows
get the
what's up.
ladies.
My brother has that look,
Yeah, he does. They're handsome people. You know, that's when people had class.
right?
Yeah. People wear
Wearing a-
fucking top hats. Sir top on
Wearing a
hat.
3-piece suit,
Yeah, man. To a ball game
right?
while eating hot dogs. Now, fucking people wear pajamas to fucking to work. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. I have a story that I wish was true, but it's not.
No. Spot, I just sent you a picture of my mom's dad with his mother-in-law. So that's my mom's grandma and my grandfather. You know the one I was close with?
Yeah.
Bill Dempsey. I just sent a picture to our group text just because I think he sort of looks like me a little bit with just a bigger nose. Like I avoided the bigger nose genetic.
Good for you, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, he's handsome.
It's my mom's dad.
Oh.
Yeah, he's handsome.
Oh. That's a great picture.
Got that little hair.
With that's his
swirl.
mother. That's his mother-in-law.
You think
That's
that
in
guy
there.
wears fuzzy socks? I say absolutely no.
He
Look at that kitchen. Look at that kitchen.
he wore yeah, that was Brooke. That was Canarsie or I forget where that was. And yeah, back in the day, that's his mother-in-law. That's my great grandmother. Never met her.
Guy doesn't wear fucking fuzzy socks.
No,
Promise you that.
Nah, that guy never wore fuzzy socks.
Never.
Fuzzy britches.
He wore like those super thin, like work socks, dress socks.
Those are great. All right. Well, I don't have any old pictures, but I had a picture of me and my grandma's that I sent you recently, like 3 days ago, coincidentally.
To
With both
the
of my
group chat?
grandmas. Yes.
Meaning
Neither of you commented, but that's okay.
What dicks?
Oh, I see it. Oh, that's a nice photo.
Yes, it just basically is like, this is who I am and why I am. Like, there's my tita with her fucking
Oh,
afro.
you did send this. That's
And
beautiful.
there's my nana. So
Oh,
that's
wait,
my,
that's a sweet
my
photo.
Mexican side and my white side.
Wait, so those are your two grandmas?
Obviously, yes.
By the way,
And there's some old lady from the park.
No, but I'm saying I don't think my. Wait, this is an interesting
By
thought.
the way, look
I don't
close.
think I ever saw my two grandmothers in the same place.
No,
Because like my families were very like you went to one maybe like
The real
my
point of the
communion,
picture,
maybe
though-
like my confirmation or something. I don't know.
My one grandma, the sword side was dead before I was even born. But I love on the refrigerator.
Yeah, zoom in. Zoom in.
Can I
Zoom in. That's
Hold
so
on.
great. That's the main part of the picture right there. Look at that.
I can't go any.
Steve Covino's DJing at O'Donoghue's. Look at that. Steve Covino's DJing at O'Donoghue's.
Your mom,
O'Donoghue's.
you know, that just shows the pride your family has, and I love it. That when you DJ'd at a bar,
So
your
that's
mom
my
was so
mom's-
proud to be like, let me hang the bar flyer on the fridge.
So my tita has the Jackson 5 afro, and my nana is my dad's mom.
That's sweet.
And her name was Harriet. There you have it. The young pictures, I've shown them before. My grandma played basketball. I don't have any young pictures of my nana here. But
I'll give you one more for the tier 2 people. Just since we're reminiscing, and you know what? People don't like politics. People don't like COVID. People
I
like
love this
personal
shit.
stories. So
I
you know
love
what?
old photos.
I'll give you
I love
some.
them.
I'll give you a couple personal ones.
Old
Spot on. I just sent
photos.
2 pictures. One's my grandparents on a date night.
Oh.
And
Which side?
my dad's parents, and then I just sent a
Oh.
picture of my grandparents.
This is where I was made.
This is Nanny Marion and Papa George. This is Greg's parents
yeah.
on
Nick
on a date night
Nick Papa George.
back in the day. And I sent you another one, and you see my dad when he was a little kid on the beach.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Waiting for them.
Yeah, by the way, EJ's right. I don't think I ever saw both of my grandmothers in the same place either when they were alive.
They were both at my college graduation.
Yeah,
Both
it had to be
like,
something like that, or like
you
you're
know,
right, like,
my daughter's christening.
those are the only right, because back then it was like, what would bring grandma and the other grandma to the same place? Maybe a school. No, but then my dad's mom, believe it or not, didn't go to like my school concerts and stuff. That was like my mom's grandparent. My mom's parents would do that shit. It's all good, Spud. By the way, in the meantime, while we're getting up some old pictures sharing with you guys, I saw a funny TikTok video, something you could do if you're bored at work. It said use the Dutch translator from English to Dutch and slowly learn how to speak in Dutch. And it's always just stupid shit. Like someone wrote, because so much of it is honestly stereotypical. Like someone wrote, try fucking in the kitchen, and it's fucking in the kuchen. Like this, all the, like,
Sure thing.
yeah, here we go.
Nuking into cukin.
It's like all, like if you just do the Dutch translator for all dumb slang phrases, like you realize how silly and fun Dutch sounds. Fukin in the nukin?
Dutch.
All right. So
Double
we
check.
moving
It
on?
didn't come through.
All right, cool. No
We
worries.
moving on?
Yeah, we can move on. Unless you want me to find photos of my Stregonona.
Stregonona.
I guarantee. Wait, where would I have it? I don't know where it would be.
Eric, Soul Patch Eric said, agree with you. When you talk about players, it's so hard to think of a guy in any sport that had equal production on 2 teams because that's why the John
Lester.
Lester stat is amazing.
But not even close. Exact. That's crazy.
Yeah, because that's usually the conversation when it's a good player. It's like, well, what team should they go into the Hall of Fame as? And it's like, well, a lot of times, like, it's obvious. It's like, oh, this guy, I mean,
The only thing that puts Lester over the edge with Boston, he played 3 more years with Boston. He played 9 years with Boston, 6 with Chicago. Spot, I sent you one more picture. I might as well fucking show it to you since you brought up the young ones. I brought up like
Great photo.
I brought up old ass photos.
I love old ass photos.
That's my grandpa.
oh,
and my
that's so
grandma.
cool.
So that's
Oh,
my
that is
With his la guitarra.
Yeah.
His flying guitarra.
He's
that's a
Ernesto
great
de la Cruz.
photo.
That's Jesus in all his glory. Jesus Zapico, strong man, and Celia Zapico
Man, they were lookers.
Gomez.
No wonder
So-
your mom's a looker.
Yeah, so that's my mom's parents. I don't have any young photos of my
Shout
Nana.
out to 10.
But Nana was very, my dad's mom was very pretty too. Because they had class too.
Yeah.
They
Well,
did it right. They looked nice.
It's a different generation. I mean, yeah, I agree. Everyone looked classy and like
Yeah.
good looking and everything. But
I mean, they didn't have everything right.
but you know what?
You know,
Lisa
but
said
they did Something's right.
But Lisa said, what about a wedding? And I'm like, my grandparents, most of them were dead by the time I got married. Like, so when did you see your grandparents all in the same place?
Elvis was at mine.
Probably like some type of confirmation or communion or something like that. Were people better back then? Or were they racist and jerks and we just glorify them? I don't know.
That's why I specifically said they had a sense of class and pride and work ethic, but
Class-
it doesn't make them great people,
Yeah,
right?
class and pride. And I'm not trying to shit on the fucking dead or old relatives, but like your older relatives weren't always the most open-minded and nice. So it's like, yeah, they were flawed for the time, right?
I'll tell you this about my grandparents there, though. They were very proud to be American and to
Or at least they know they're
acclimate
free.
to this country and its ways, and very proud to be out of a very poor scenario and to live the American dream.
A lot of people felt that way. That was a huge.
I mean, so
sentiment.
it's
Not
that,
anymore. but
if
it
you
used
want to
be.
say that, I think I give that a lot of respect as opposed to the way we treat this country now. Big fonts, bro. Big fonts.
big fonts.
Big fonts. I want my font so big that it's off the hat.
When you think about
That's how big the font I want.
when you think about
Off the hat.
how your grandparents used to dress.
Yeah. Well, the clothes that my grandma had on in that photo,
Beach
she
fans.
wore them until she was 90.
But it's like there was a sense of like that's what they dressed up in there. You're right. There was, but then again, is that any different than you dressing up with Jordan, where you're wearing like a sports coat and a button down or a sweater on the holidays, and she's wearing a dress? It's just a different time. Like they're not classy, or that was what it was. Like we
You know
glorify.
what my
it's like-
grandfather was singing in that song? Poco Loco.
Probably.
Poco Loco. He wrote that song.
Un poco loco,
Poco Loco, bro. He wrote that for my tita.
mi amor, mi amor. Now he was singing, we don't talk about Bruno.
No, that's Colombian, bro. They're Mexican.
Yeah, he's,
But my grandfather was from Spain. He's a Spaniard.
España.
He's from España, but they lived in Mexico. Proud Americans. Look at them. So anyway,
Spot, I think my pictures finally went through to wrap it up. Since we're playing show and tell and sharing games on Monday.
hey, this is tier 2. This is
Tier 2.
Oh, look at this.
That's, see, this is a date night back in the day. That's my dad's parents. Like, that's,
Look at that pompadour, bro.
That's date night. Look at that.
That's a
yeah.
pompadour.
Look at the car. The car. Even though I'm looking at my grandparents, look at the fucking car.
Yeah,
like
she
that was
by
he
the
was
way,
probably like,
By the way,
oh,
your
my
grandfather looks like he's fucking 15.
She definitely changed the family stars.
My grandmother changed the family looks. She
at
really
that.
did.
Look at those jeans. Look at this gene pool right here.
Yeah. And then I sent you another one of my dad's the little kid. Like my dad is the babe. I sent you a picture of them on the beach.
Yeah.
And my dad is.
By the way, why did this come up? Because we were talking about Betty White, how she was always put together. She always looked so classy. And then they released this final photo of her. And it's like, why'd they do that?
The little boy.
Yeah.
It's my dad.
Look at the stems. Look at the stems on grandma.
Grandma's got good legs.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she
Look at those
does.
thighs.
Told you.
Look at your grandpa looks like Frankie Carbone.
He does.
He looks like he's
dark.
frozen in the meat locker.
Man, he must have been out in that sun all day, every day.
Hey, Frankie Carbone.
So wait, this is your dad? No, this is your dad.
Yeah. I think so. Is that
You know
a
who
good-
Frankie Carbone
My
is?
dad's the younger sibling, so it
Oh,
makes
so
no
this,
sense.
this is your aunt Linda.
Is that a woman?
And that's your dad.
Yeah, that's my dad's a baby then. Fuck. So that picture
your
is
grandpa
definitely
got Frankie Carbone hair. It's crazy.
it's pretty wild, right?
Yeah,
Those are great pictures.
babies were very ambiguous back in the day because of the clothing.
Yeah. Is that Uncle Frank or Aunt fucking Nancy?
That's not date night clothes. Men played golf in suits back then.
Well, there you
Rich, Emmy looks like your grandma. Wow, that's from Jason Nichols. I mean, that is crazy to think that it is genetics passed down. Like how many
go. I'm
times?
sure a
how many
little
times?
bit, but she looks like her mom.
Yeah,
yeah.
my daughter looks very much like mama.
Speaking of old photos, I'm going to continue with the news to wrap it up.
Oh, we're still in the news.
Yeah. Here's a story that I wish was true, but it's not. Speaking of old photos, my buddy Tommy London, my best friend who I never met, but we have this understanding because he has cool hair, so I like him. Tommy London is a rock like guru, and he's a host on like Ozzy's Boneyard. But he's like a rock star, but he's like a legend in his own mind kind of thing.
Spot, we mentioned that yesterday when you weren't here, but did you see like the up and coming band that was giving Covino like growling shout outs?
Oh, yeah. Who was that?
Chasing Yesterday.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Chasing
Tommy
something.
London is a host on SXM.
Yeah.
I don't know his background. He's probably like an old rock star or like, a famous radio host. Like he's got one of those famous radio host vibes. Like he was like the big radio guy in like DC or something.
Can I tell you that to just interrupt you for 1 second? By the way, look at this. Because we work with a bunch of.
Look at that photo.
Is that your brother?
No, that's my grandfather and my grandmother.
That looks like your brother is at one of those like amusement parks where they take like like an old-timey photo.
Old-time photos.
Yo, if your brother J-Rock isn't a fucking spitting image of who's that?
That's my my mother's father.
Check out his Eddie Munster Widow's Peak, man.
Yeah,
He's
my brother.
rocking,
My
man.
brother, I think.
Yo,
Could've had
His
that.
bulge, too. He's got the Sorge bulge.
Your brother
He does.
James has the same fucking hairline, face, and bulge as your grandpappy.
He's got a pinstripe
That's a
suit
man.
on.
That's a
Was your-
Manzella bulge.
Was your grandpa Manzella fucking in the mob or what?
He might have been.
He's got a fucking
Does
Tommy gun in his
Does he
back
have
pocket.
gabagool in his pocket right there?
This was New York in the 40s. Who knows?
That's
He
incredible.
probably was.
Definitely got
Holy
a
It was
fucking
the
shit.
Bronx. It
What
was
a-
the Bronx in the 40s.
What a different time, bro. What a
Bronx
different
in
time.
the 40s.
Oh, but Covino, you're talking about Johnny London, the radio guy?
Tommy London.
Johnny Bananas. Tommy London. It's so wrong to think this way, but it's not me, it's not you, it's every single person watching. You may feel a certain way about someone you work with, but if you then learn about their accolades and resume and it's better than you thought, is it wrong to then have a little more respect for them?
No, I don't think it's wrong, but I respect the guy because he was one of the first guys to reach out to me and be like, yo, man, I'm a big fan. You're awesome. Welcome to Boneyard. Yeah. Oh, cool. Tommy London. I don't know you, but I've heard of you because we work at Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Boneyard.
But I'm like, cool, man. We're friends now.
But I'm saying if you find out, like, let's say there's someone you work with and it's like,
I thought he had cool hair, so I
you're
was
like,
sold.
oh, yeah, Doug at work seems like a nice guy. And it's like, yeah, Doug used to be the senior VP of that company and that company. And it's like, oh, he comes to like, I don't know you. It
In my mind,
It
I don't know.
sticks with you.
I don't know Tommy London's resume, but to have made it as a host on SXM, he must have done something. In my mind, he's like a rock star who's always in a band, but he was also like the fucking, hey, it's Tommy London on DC 101. Here's the latest from Aerosmith. He's one of those guys, you know. But Tommy London has a fucking pompadour that's like 3 feet high. So when I saw that, I'm like, yo, bro, sweet. May I pay you a compliment?
Oh.
He's like, yo, that's funny. We became friends.
break out the old jokes. They always win. New crowd.
Like, bro, you're kind of pompous, huh?
New crowd.
Yeah, good one, man. I like you. Welcome to the Boneyard family, Covino. I'm like, dude, I thought I had the best hair till I saw you. He's like, yeah, man, the salad's fucking strong. So we relate on that level. Tommy London. In my mind, radio legend. I don't know.
Tommy London.
But anyway, I'm on his Twitter page, and he's like, holy fuck, right? He posts this picture of John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
I love this.
And I'm like, oh, this is the greatest photo ever. I've seen this photo, but I never noticed this. You got to see this. I wish it was true, but it's not.
Oh, it's not true?
No, I don't think so because I did my research.
You know, Covino,
I did my due diligence.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Even when I know something's fake, sometimes
I want
I
it
don't
to be
care.
real.
I want
Yeah.
it to be real, so I don't even want to look it up. But you sent a picture of John Lennon and Yoko Ono
Yeah.
that Tommy London
Yeah.
posted.
From Ozzy's Boneyard on SXM.
Sarah, it was one of those where
It's
Sarah
so
Sarah looked at
fucking
me
funny.
like from the other couch. She's like, "What are you laughing out loud at?" I'm like, "Yo, babe, come here. Yo, this shit cracked me up. It was worth it. I don't want to."
I'm with you. I was laughing out loud for like a good 5 minutes. Like I'm on the ball. Like that shit is hilarious.
Yeah, it's not real.
I know, but you know it's fun. I want it to be real, but it's such a great Photoshop.
Pull it up though. Tommy London posts, and it's even funnier when you think about it. This guy. He got duped. He thought it was the greatest thing ever. He tweeted it. He wrote, "Is it me, or does John Lennon have the longest butt crack you've ever seen? And Yoko Ono almost doesn't have one at all. It's insane. Mind blown. The Beatles." And you look at this photo
Oh my
of
God.
John Lennon and Yoko Ono naked, and you're like, yo, that's crazy.
I love it. I want it to be true so bad. I know it's not, but yo,
It's like
John
his
Lennon,
ass ate her ass.
It looks like his butt crack line is fucking 6 feet.
By the way,
fucking laughed
this
at
is
that
the
shit.
okay. It's funny.
Yeah.
This is the actual photo. This is the actual.
Yoko Ono's beat, bro. She got negative cheeks.
She does.
Yoko Ono's
Barf.
got. You ever see like
John Lennon had
you
a
ever see
nice
like
ass.
a chicken ass?
Barf,
She got
yeah.
like a
turkey
fucking
ass.
raw chicken.
Yeah. So it's not as long. She does.
That broke up the Beatles. Fuck.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
Right?
out of here. But anyway,
Now, if you show me some cheeks that broke up the Beatles, I'd say I get it.
The way she was the way she was just latched onto him.
My fucking,
That's special.
you know,
the
my
fact that someone took the time to Photoshop that
makes me so
That's
happy.
fantastic.
is so great. And then to think that this guy like was so amazed by this, he tweeted it out to all his followers, And he's like, yo, this is crazy. And I loved it. I thought it was great. I share it with you, even though it's fake. That's all. And then to wrap up the news of the day.
You know my least favorite thing about Yoko is?
Everything.
Not that she broke up the Beatles, not that she got no ass. That Christmas song where it's her and you don't realize it's her.
Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You hear that in the background.
Fucking hate her voice in that song.
Read that.
If you ever feel useless, remember that Yoko Ono fucked up the Beatles with an ass like this.
Oh, man. Terrible.
I love that there's I'm glad someone else was thinking the same thing to the point where they made a meme.
John Lennon deserves so much
That
better
broke up the
than
Beatles? That fucking sorry ass crack broke
Even
up the
if
Beatles.
she was like the greatest person ever, like he deserved.
By the way, did
more.
you know there's a front version of that photo?
I don't want to. Yeah, I have. I seen his hog and
Fucking
Yeah.
hog in the
But
labouche.
on my research, trying to figure out if that fucking Photoshop was real or
This-
fake, I came across all these other gross ones.
I can show this, right?
No.
In the form of art spot. It was a published
All right,
art.
well,
It's
hey,
not,
it
it's
It was
not
in Rolling
pornography.
Stone magazine.
Warning:
Yeah.
There's nudity about the
Warning,
photo.
warning,
If you
warning,
never wanted
warning,
to see
warning.
John Lennon's hog, then shut it off. Yeah, it's gross.
That's fucking grossness.
That's a lot of bush.
Yeah.
He's like completely hairless except for his bush.
Yeah, I heard Gavin Rossdale named his band after that.
Apparently.
All right, so
Da 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 dee da da da.
I heard that song, La Bouche, the band La Bouche, named themselves after that photo. All right, so to wrap up the news and to bring the hits, because people don't want to hear my take on Trump. People don't want to hear my take on COVID. People want taco jokes and farts. And
Can't argue.
and they want to hear about tatties from this guy. So I'm going to do that right now with a few Mexican words of the day, Dallas Cowboys edition. All right,
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Keep it topical because I can't do this on Fox Sports Radio. Why not? Do this on Patreon because I'm trying to keep my job. That's why. I need benefits, Spot. Benefits.
Fox ain't giving him to you.
No, but that's the plan.
Soon enough, hopefully.
Because I'm not getting them anywhere else.
That's the goal, right?
All right, so cue up the mariachis. You got my grandpa ready?
Yep.
Cue up the mariachis. Let's see. First Mexican word of the day is in tribute to the Dallas Cowboys and all their sad fans trying to lift their spirits. Dallas.
Dallas. Mexican word of the day.
Mexican word of the day.
And by the way, anyone that's like, man, the
Dallas.
referees and this, that, Dak Prescott made, unfortunately, like 4 mistakes in that sequence. Like
Dallas.
handing the ball to his lineman, not getting it to the ref. Him and Mike McCarthy not really understanding how little time they had to do a fucking QB sneak. Like, it's tricky, man.
It's tricky to rock around this right on time, but it's also tricky to, work that clock. But Dallas.
All right, so
Spot,
Mexican
you
word
got
of
the
the day.
mariachis
Dallas.
ready?
Yeah.
Dallas.
Mexican word of the day, Dallas, brought to you by These Huevos Frios. That was the last game the Cowboys will play this season. That was the last game the Cowboys will play this season.
Look at your grandpa.
That was the last game. The last game of the season or something.
Or something.
Okay, that's number one.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, this is fucking Cowboy edition. I fucking come prepared, bro. Ready? Mexican word of the day.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Cowboys edition.
Okay, Cowboys edition.
Window. Window. Like,
Oh, window.
Window.
Okay. Window.
Window.
Gotcha. Window.
You got the mariachis ready, Spot?
They're all good.
Okay. I'm a Cowboys fan for life, but we never window. Window. We never window. But we never window. All right, but we never window.
Man,
you got room for one more? Or no?
I got room for one more. And by the way,
Actually,
NFL,
I got two more. You okay with that?
Yeah, NFL playoffs, by the way. Isn't it the 8 teams that are left are all exciting?
Well, hold your.
The Cowboys
chonies.
are the only exciting team that's out.
They're the only division winners that lost.
The 40. You know what it is? They ran into a hot team. I said it to you the other day on and off the air at Fox. If the 49ers don't move any further and lose to the Packers, I still think the season was a good one because all I wanted as a fan was excitement. And all along I was like, yo, dude, they're pretty good. And now I feel like I was at least right.
But when it comes to playoffs, they never window.
They never window.
Okay, Mexican word of the day.
You never know.
Dallas Cowboys edition.
Teams get hot.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's a little.
This one's kind of tricky though. Ready?
Fuck the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, good one. Yeah. Fuck the Dallas Cowboys.
But I actually got one more.
That wasn't a good one.
That's funny. It was like I tricked you.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah. I think that is funny, actually. Made me laugh. There's another one. It's like suck. Like the Cowboys suck. Mexican word of the day, suck. Cowboys suck. All right.
That's
Anyway, speaking of other teams moving on, Rich.
The second round does look awesome. Kevin Bush. I mean, think of all the games.
Kevin Bush.
All right. Of the
I had enough Bush for the day.
Wait, Yoko and John Lennon gave me enough.
Yeah.
Of the 4 games, we don't need to analyze them. Just tell me which one do you look forward to, like being like, yo, that's going to be a fucking battle. Bills, Chiefs.
Bills, Chiefs.
Bengals, Titans, I think that could be awesome because Burrow and Chase are just exciting.
Okay.
And Derrick Henry's back. That could be fun. But in the AFC, I think Josh Allen, Mahomes, that's going to be fucking awesome. Packers and Niners, that game could be one of the top 5 coldest games in NFL history. Did you see that? They're predicting a temperature of 0.0. And Rams-Bucks, I think, could be a shootout for all we know, right? See if Tom Brady can handle that defense.
Can't wait.
Rams defense, fucking pretty solid.
Can't wait. But it brings me to my last word of the day. Speaking of your Packers, Niners, this is just football related, not Cowboys related. Packers, Niners, Mexican word of the day on this, what is it, Tuesday?
Yeah.
What's the date?
18th?
January 18th.
January's almost over.
Mexican word of the day is cheesehead. Cheesehead.
Oh,
Oh, Cheesehead. Okay.
Cheesehead. Packers.
Packers, yeah.
I asked my wife if the Packers are going to beat the 49ers, and she said no. And she said no.
She said no.
And she said no.
I think the one thing we could wish for in the divisional round, there he is. Grandpappy.
Yeah, she said no. I asked Celia if she can make me a tequila sunrise, and she said no. She said no. She said no.
I think the one thing we could all wish for and hope for is that we had 6 wildcard games. 2 were great, and there were 4 blowout stinkers. I think we get 4 good games this weekend. And again, I could be totally wrong. They could all suck. But I see all 4 games being close.
They're all great matchups, like I said. For me, these are all great championship fights.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see them.
49ers run game could trick the Packers a little bit.
She said no.
Bengals, Titans. Titans have been resting. It's going to be good, man. I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is the best week of football. Divisional weekend. 4 games. For all the Tostitos.
Can't wait. So that was your Mexican word of the day.
Hey,
that is the news, and I am out of here.
How do you feel about renting stuff on demand? Considering we don't go to the movie theater quite as much as we used to. Have you accepted?
I plan on doing that with Ghostbusters.
Have you accepted the fate of? I'm not talking like rent for $3.99. I'm talking my kids want to. I think I want to watch Sing 2 with the kids. It's $25, but I'm like, you know what? If I took the kids to the movies, it would be fucking $70. Right?
I'm all for it, man. I love it.
No, but I'm saying like if I took
Spider-Man,
even if I took
Ghostbusters,
even Spot.
Yeah, you need some surround sound. Those
you need a surround sound. You can't
stop it. I don't care. Stop with your bullshit.
You do.
I know.
He's
but,
right.
But I'm asking you a question, not about me. I'm asking you a general question.
This goes with your answer. If you're gonna do it, then try to get at least a good sound
good
out of it.
cinematic sound.
How does that not
Mario
matter? It's this
Andretti.
movie called Sing. How does that not matter? You're trying to get the closest thing to a movie experience. How does that not matter?
Mario Andretti.
He's being wah. I just went all out with my cheesehead jokes, and you're going to be wah baby about it. He's right. Spot's making a point. He's making a point. You have a soundbar. If you're going to watch a movie that's called Sing 2, it's musically based, wouldn't you want quality sound? for the cinematic experience.
So, if you go to the movie theater, you spend what, $15 for an adult ticket? What is a kid's ticket? I've never brought a kid to a movie theater.
Come on,
$8,
bro.
$8?
Come on, bro. This is what you want. This gets Emmy and Ben
$8?
excited.
$10?
It's like $8 probably.
So you're looking at more than that to actually go to the movie theater. So, and no one should be mad about spending $25 on a movie, but you're not mentally used to the idea of sitting on your couch and being like, yeah, sure, I'll order a movie for $25, but we so willingly would be like, yeah, sure, 4 for the theater, $50, no problem.
I love it.
I know.
I love it, but
see, like Rolando saying, I'm going to watch Jackass Forever. That's a movie that I don't even think you need to be in a theater for. So that's a perfect example of a movie you can watch from home.
I want to watch Ghostbusters. I want to watch Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I want to watch Sing 2.
Yeah.
Sing 1 and Sing 2.
Yeah.
Thing 1 and Thing 2.
By the way, I recommend before, and I've done this and I'm caught up, before going to see Spider-Man No Way Home, watch all the Spider-Mans, meaning Tobey Maguire, all 3 of those, Andrew Garfield, both of those, and the 2 previous Tom Holland Spider-Mans.
Did you see Andrew Garfield singing Spider-Man acoustic?
Yes.
Was that new? Jimmy Fallon?
It might be.
It's new to me. I saw that.
He's also in that, which I also want to see, that Tick, Tick, Boom, which is based on the life of Jonathan Larson, who you might know as the creator of the Broadway musical Rent. It's a musical that he was like kind of writing early on in his career.
I saw the preview for that, and it looked good. I hate the Broadway show Rent. I don't know why. It just never connected with me. And I love Broadway shows. For some reason,
It's a fantastic
The
musical.
music's good, but the show,
Fantastic.
I know you love it, Spot. I have friends. My friend Christina fucking loves
Love it.
My friend Jeanette loves
Great
it.
music.
My friends growing up loved it.
You know why? Because it shook up the Broadway world. It wasn't like the...
I did. I'll give you that.
It was one of the first,
newer age
it wasn't like for Phantom of the Upper Rose.
I agree. Spot's right that it created the path for like Book of Mormon, Wicked, Hamilton, all that. Before that, Broadway was very like Rent was sort of like refreshing.
Memories.
But the movie based on the guy that wrote it does look like a good movie.
Jonathan Larson.
I thought you both would. Speaking of movies, there's a biopic coming out that connects the both of you.
Called Docking.
Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter.
Yes, Mr. Potter.
Is playing Weird Al in a Weird
Shut
Al
up.
biopic.
That's not real. Really?
Look it up. I mean, maybe I got fucking but I thought it looked real to me.
I thought of Weird Al yesterday, actually.
Is Daniel Radcliffe like a big Weird Al fan?
I don't know, but it said Weird Al biopic, Daniel Radcliffe. And I was like, interesting.
Crazy career, man.
I mean, he's gonna, I guess he can look like him, put on a fucking Jerry curl wig. Are you finding it or no? Or did I dream this?
I think
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Richard Grammy winner in Roku biopic from Funny or Die. So it's going to be a comical.
Yeah, it's gonna be a comedic movie. Weird Al being played by Daniel Radcliffe.
I lost on Jeopardy, baby. Ooh. I love Weird Al, man.
I don't
He's great.
see it.
Weird Al is timeless, Kevin. I agree.
Like they don't even have the same head.
Who isn't a big Weird Al fan? It's a good question.
Weird Al is fucking great.
Weird Al is timeless and awesome and fun.
Tickle sack. Oh, you guys are on my coattails.
Maybe I'll go on a shopping trip today and I'll get knives and a sound bar.
I thought you had one.
No,
I got rid of it.
Don't just buy a sound bar. Buy a sound bar. You also need a subwoofer.
What does that mean?
Don't get
buy a Mr. Goodbar.
Don't go get like a Daewoo. You need like a nice one.
They make Daewoo still?
I don't know.
Daewoo.
Do they?
Daewoo. Can I buy an Iowa?
I have a Sonos and I recommend it. So, and there's
Weird
new
Al
ones.
Yankovic. And I've been in the parody biz for quite some time now, but this tickle sack riding my coattails, who are you guys? Leave me alone.
Thanks, Weird Al.
Thanks, Weird Al.
Thanks, buddy. But yeah, maybe I'll buy some knives and a sound bar today so I can make it $1,000 spending day.
Yeah, what an expensive Tuesday Rich
I
is
know.
having.
Weird Al. I mean, I think it's interesting. I wrote that down because I thought you guys both like Spot loves Daniel Radcliffe and you love Weird Al.
That shit is rad.
That could
You
be
said you had a good palate cleanse to accompany the news.
Nah, I'm good.
What was the habit?
The palate cleanse was the translator, the Dutch translator.
Thing? Oh, okay.
But I think I might buy Sing for $25. But like, it is so tough. It's like one of those things where you're willing to be like, sure, $6 cup of coffee, but you're like, a $1.99 app on my phone? No, thanks.
You've heard of Daniel Radcliffe? Have you heard of Daniel Boringcliffe?
Oh, there's Daniel Radcliffe, Daniel Boringcliffe.
That Radcliffe looks pretty rad.
Yo, that shit's sweet.
Oh man, see that's what people want. For
Let me drop another $600 or $700 at Target. I'll go buy a sound bar and some knives. Perfect day.
There you go. Thanks, Jason Radcliffe. All right. So, hey, Lonnie, what's going on? Thank you guys for your feedback.
Bringing the heat today.
Remember to wash your clothes before you wear them. Wash your ass. Remember that too, just in case you forgot. Enjoy your tacos.
Oh,
honestly, I'd rather sleep on sandpaper and have like dope sound on my television.
Yeah. Hey, Rich, you were right about one thing. Just one.
But before
Yellow Jackets is good. It is scary though. It's a little scary. It's more scary than fucking
Squid Game.
Game.
I know. It's creepy.
I find anything,
Squid Game.
I find anything Juliette Lewis is
she's
scary.
Yeah.
She's creepy.
Like anything she's in, I just assume it's going to be
Christina
scary.
Ricci is fucking fantastic.
I fucking love her big forehead.
By the way,
she got tots.
Yellow Jackets.
She had a tot reduction.
Did she?
Yellow Jackets. I just get all sad now that I finished. I'm caught up. The season finale happened. Which, by the way, season 1, 10 episodes is great. But now it's like fuck. Much like we said yesterday. You get invested in a show if you're caught up to real time. Yeah. Sometimes you love being a little behind because you're like, well, I can always watch it when I want. Now I'm like, what? Season 2 next year?
Your mom said to check your email.
Why? If it's because she sent me pictures, we should plenty. But I appreciate it, Mom.
But Yellow Jackets on Showtime. Spot, I think you'd really like it. It's fantastic. It's creepy and awesome. You know the premise of it, Spot? You were gone for a day, so I forgot if we talked about it with you. Yellow Jackets. The girls go on it's a girls' high school soccer team that goes on a trip, and their plane crashes in the Canadian mountains. So it's sort of like Lord of the Flies meets Alive meets, it's really fucking good.
You've mentioned
Jen Brown, I agree. I'm sad too. Need more episodes. But you know what's coming back? Ozark is coming back this month or next month. Ozark's back, and waiting makes it more better. It makes it much better when it finally comes back around. Yeah, but I get impatient, man.
Well, hey, before we go, my mom does want you to see these, and they're pretty cool, actually.
I have one more TV recommendation since you said Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Rich was. Hey, I got to give credit when Rich is right. I mean, if we're gonna bag on him, is that an old saying?
Yeah,
bag on him.
Yeah, rag on me.
If we're gonna rag on him and bag on him when he's wrong, or just for fun, like we tend to do. When he's right, he's right. Yellow Jackets is fucking creepy, dude. It's good. I mean, again, I'm on like the 4th, 5th episode, right? So I'm like, oh, yeah. Juliette Lewis, man. I don't know. Yeah.
By the way, I'm in.
He's tough.
I am definitely in Taco Bell withdrawal. By the way, someone's like, "Did Rich have Taco Bell?" I haven't had Taco Bell in a while now.
Oh my god.
I'm in a little withdrawal.
When's the Mexican pizza come back? You should celebrate.
May. Do you think I'm waiting until then? But I haven't had. Sarah and I haven't had. We haven't had Taco Bell in, God, maybe like a week or something. A couple weeks, maybe.
I hope you're all right, man.
I know it's like we probably, and it's been a while.
Maybe a week or so. Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
man, I hope you could. Okay,
man, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll treat myself tonight.
Why not,
you know what?
Fucking. I mean, you had buy a whole bunch of shit.
You had what did you have? Oh, you had like the disappointing tri-tip sandwich last night. You need to redeem.
Yeah. Then he's gonna spend like $2,000 on tacos and fucking betting.
Yeah, redeem myself.
Spot, pull up those pictures.
Tacos, betting.
Before we go, real quick.
And a soundbar.
And then we'll hear Rich's final TV.
Who's this?
These are.
By the way, the handsome dude must be your grandpa. It looks like you, dude. This is a great picture. Who is that?
Grandpappy? These are all three of them. These are my.
No, but that last
the first
one, the
picture is my dad's mom, because I said I had no young pictures of my.
That looks like your Uncle Joe, like spitting image of your Uncle Joe.
Let's see what one you're showing, and I'll tell you who's who. That's my grandfather. The guy with the guitar in the other photo.
Yeah, spitting image.
That's a younger photo.
Also a little bit of you and Tommy.
So that's my uncle. I mean, my grandfather, Jesus.
Handsome.
Right? Zapico. That was the same guy with the guitar before.
Does that make you sad?
That's them. That's them in Mexico.
That's your grandmother, right?
That's my grandma.
Yeah.
And I guess my Uncle Angel and my grandfather. Look at those pants. Old guy pants.
Old, like high fly pants.
Yeah. Look at that head of hair too, man.
Man.
That's a salad right there. And then remember I said I had no younger pictures of my dad's mom. My mom sent me a picture of my Nana.
Oh, look at that. I recognize these types of photos.
Yeah.
I have a ton of these of my family.
This is really one of the only young ones I got. That's Nana.
Was she a
Wow,
debutante?
that's wild.
That's Harriet.
That's cool.
I don't know what that is. That's when she was in Gone with the Wind or something.
Either she was a bridesmaid or a debutante.
I don't know what that is, man, but there it is. So see, family history.
Yeah, I love.
Seeing
I
that,
love
that
old
picture of your
photos.
grandpa.
Mm-hmm. You got to look up.
I never met. I
Just-
never. I didn't even know him or meet him. But it just makes me sad because I look at him and I'm like, what a fucking handsome young guy, and we all just get old and die, huh?
Sucks. You know, your nose,
Like it's sad,
your
so
nose
sad,
and
but it's
ears
like
gets bigger.
Like
and-
look at look at the picture of Covino's grandpa.
did you see
Like
Jim
he
Carrey?
looks so young and full of life, and you're like, yeah, guess what happens?
Yeah.
Fucking time passes, we all get old and die.
5
What the
kids later.
fuck? Jim Carrey turned 60 yesterday. Spot, you were out yesterday. Jim Carrey turned 60. Betty White would have been 100, and Muhammad Ali would have been 80. So 60, 80, 100, 3 legends right there. It was also Michelle Obama's birthday yesterday. It was fucking a lot of people's
Did you see
birthday.
what Jim Carrey did to celebrate his birthday though?
6-0 is big.
He made like a social media video as an old guy with no teeth. And you're like, I'm 60. You got Jim Carrey's fucking a national treasure, bro. Fuck Nick Cage. Even though he's in a new movie with who's Nick Cage in a new movie with?
Nick Cage is in a movie about himself.
Yeah, but
which is fucking
but with
awesome.
someone young and relevant.
Oh,
Who's in it?
fuck! I mean, that's what we got Google for. I'll look.
Oh, with Pedro Pascal,
Yeah,
Is that who it is?
the guy from
The Mandalorian.
yeah, Mandalorian guy.
No, there's someone else in it.
But Nick Cage is in a movie about Nick Cage. Like
Yeah.
it's the Nick Cage movie.
It's
about,
like a Nick Cage,
like joking biopic or
And
something
he's a
like
national
that.
treasure and all, but Jim Carrey is great. Jim motherfucking Carrey, if you could find it. And then Rich gives us one last recommendation, and we call it a day. It's the last segment of this show.
The last segment.
The last segment of this show or something. That last segment. Thank you, Mom, for sending those pictures. Now I could save a picture of my Nana.
Spot, I did something that you did years ago,
Whoa.
but I don't know if I'm used to it yet. I'm experimenting with night mode on my phone, like black texts and black emails.
Oh, you did it on Twitter. Ready?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm 60 and sexy. And tonight I'm having cream corn and strained peaches.
60, though. It must blow his mind. No, he was
60.
Who was the character? Stanley Ipkiss?
Yeah, Stanley Ipkiss.
He was Stanley Ipkiss. It feels like yesterday.
He's,
now he's an old guy.
Canadian. He's an international treasure, Covino.
International
oh, my
treasure.
goodness.
Jim Carrey's fucking 60.
Should we get a sign? Someone said we should get a sign for the studio behind here. It's like, how many days since
I
my
can
last
make one.
Taco Bell visit?
I can make one.
Like, it's been,
You got that crave, huh?
I think today might be the day. Because I've been eating, I've been trying, you know what it is? Like you always say.
That picture of my grandparents in Mexico, they were on their way to the border.
It inspired me.
Yeah.
It inspired me.
It inspired Rich.
But you ever think about,
They were making the run for the border.
but-
Taco Bell
but
style.
you ever think about how when you eat healthy, there's a party that's like, oh, I feel good, but then there's another party where you're like,
How many days has
now
it
I've,
been?
now I've gained points to like, now I've gained,
How many days?
last time since Taco Bell?
Yeah. 7?
Shit, it's been a minute. You know, want me to tell you the accurate thing so we can make a chart? But I'm going to go today and ruin it anyway, so.
Why, though? Keep the streak alive.
Yeah. Sarah's been making some fucking healthy stir fries that I fucking devour.
You told us about it.
I told you, I don't think I told Spot.
Well, give us your one last recommendation while Spot creates this awesome graphic.
Give me a day.
I'm
What's
gonna
your
say it's
final
been 10. I think
recommendation?
it's gonna be 10 days. Might have been 10 days since my last Taco Bell visit. It's been a minute.
Because you were right about Yellow Jackets.
You're not. This is not for you. This is for
Fine.
this is for emotionally available people.
Okay.
Is it for me?
Also known as lamos.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. Not for you.
Oh, that's me. I'm a lame.
So. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, Preston. I don't have knives. I can't be eating healthy. You're right. Yesterday I had Pizza Hut, 5 McGriddles from McDonald's, and I also had Cinnabon. I found the Cinnabon, and I was like,
Why don't you buy some manly knives, like wolf knives?
no, I'm getting bunny spoons. So,
Badass.
I watched both episodes last night. How long has it been since my last Chipotle visit?
Rolando wants to know. Otherwise, you just sound like you have Tourette's.
2 weeks.
No.
Yeah, I
2
usually
weeks
get
is Chipotle, Rolando.
Well, because I usually get Chipotle every Sunday before Fox Sports. It's a little treat because there's a Chipotle next to Fox Sports. But I didn't get it this week. Oh no, it's been weeks now.
Oh,
Man,
shit.
I'm really falling off. Guys, thanks for reminding me. I need to get some fast food today.
This is not working.
The show that I'll recommend, then we got to roll. Not for you because you're cool. One that I'm going to start watching because I hear other people saying this is not my recommendation, but I think I tonight want to start Peacemaker with John Cena.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Have you seen Suicide Squad?
No, I have not.
It'll make more sense if you see Suicide Squad.
See, you know what the problem is? That's why I haven't started Cobra Kai yet because I feel like I have to watch.
Well, what's your fucking hold up with that? I mean, I know you got kids and all, but I'm saying
Because
it.
they own the TV, bro. I know it sucks, but they own the TV.
Then just watch
From now
Cobra
until
Kai.
all right. Well, all right, ready? I want to watch Cobra Kai.
You don't have to watch
All
the
right,
third
but
one
let me just break it down.
to
Let me break it
understand.
down. The whole day happens, right?
Yeah.
Today I might be able to because Emmy's back at school. Thank God the fucking COVID shit's over there. Because when Emmy's here all day, I'm fucking a slave to children. They go to sleep at 8 o'clock. I lay in bed with Emmy. We sing little songs. We have fun. Then it's 9 o'clock. Sarah and I look at each other like, I'm exhausted. You exhausted? Yeah. Let's fucking lay down and watch something. Then it's like,
Better lay down on those expensive ass fucking comforters she bought.
so anyway, Peacemaker's so funny. Thank you, Jason Brown. I'm going to give it a shot tonight. So last night, I was not expecting to get emotional, and Sarah caught me like a little bitch. I was like, It's a little emotional bitch. Oh, and by the way, today, episode 10 of Tom Brady's documentary is out today. The one benefit of living on the West Coast is when shows debut, if they debut at midnight, you get it at 9. So it's like you get it a day earlier out here. And I've been waiting for the 18th for Hulu to release the first 2 episodes of How I Met Your Father with Hillary Duffy and her Stuffy. And, yo, dude, I fucking got emotional like a little baby boy. Because they do a couple, like, because I thought it was going to be an independent show of How I Met Your Mother, but there's a couple tie-ins. And I'm like, man, I fucking love that show so much. And
it just brought you back to
it brought me back, and they shoot the show. When I tell you, I don't know how to describe it. Because I don't even think Spot would know. Because I'm just using terms that we all think we know, like cinematography. The cameras, the lighting, the angles, the one shot, the cuts they use and everything is the same exact as How I Met Your Mother. So it has the exact same feel. The light, everything. So if you were a big fan of How I Met Your Mother, I thought home run, the first 2 episodes, you would say cheesy and corny. I fucking loved it. How I Met Your Father, fantastic.
Cool.
They even use the same theme song. Spot. Do you have Hulu access there, or do they block you?
They block. You can't view things.
It's all good. Well, I'll check it out, and I'll check out Peacemaker. Thank you guys for checking us out. Remember, Rich is going to try to keep the streak alive, but he's a little stressed out with that Target bill today, so he might end up at Taco Bell and give in to the crave.
I mean, it's been way too long. So yeah, Taco Bell.
I'll make a sign.
All right. Well, thank you
Taco
guys.
Bell.
Thank you. After show, but later. Eric B. and Rakim. Thank you. Rolando. Appreciate you. Everybody who tuned in today, we love you. Thank you very much. And anything else?
No, that's it.
Follow
see
us
you guys
at Covino and Rich.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, I can't wait to go to Taco Bell and watch some TV. So I'll see you guys later. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.